Such a tender kiss, and loving you right now, baby, is so hard to resist. But now the days are it's so good to be home with you. Oh, baby, it's so good to be home with you, baby. You have such a lovely dinner waiting for me when I come home, ready to do anything at all for me, whether it's right or wrong. You look so good standing there in that pretty negligee. I would wait 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 'cause I know when the days are through, it'll be so good to come home to you. Oh, baby, so good to come home to you. Baby, I'm so tired. And yeah, it is rough. But like that old saying said, when it's too rough for the average person, baby, it's just right for me when it comes to you. You see, baby, it hurt me so bad to get up every morning and go to work and leave you and the kids in this two-room apartment. But I know the only way I'm going to be able to do anything about it is to keep working. The softness of your body, the sweet smell of your hair, makes me away from you for 1 minute. Oh, seems so unfair. But now the days are through. It's so good to be home with you. Hey, La Bonita. Oh, baby, it's so good to be home with you, baby. It's so good, so good, so good, baby. You make me feel so good when I walk through the door, telling me how much you love me, baby. You say each day you love me more and more. Thank you. Oh, baby, you look so good to be standing there. And that How was homecoming, Kim? You have fun? See, when I was a child, I made up in my mind that I was gonna find me a southern man. I found me a southern man. He leaves his work boots by the door. He holds my hand in the store. We drink the same whiskey and he loves to dance. He be like, come on, love, girl, do your dance. I can't hold my love because he don't play about with love. I don't really know more. You got to keep show on. 'Cause that man there, that's my man. He got smooth walk. He kind of proud when he talk. He ain't shy of no hard work. He loves his mama and he goes to church. He don't care if them kids see. like a southern man. Nothing like a southern man. I asked her how could she tell them apart. She put her hand right on her heart. By the way that he wears his pants. By the way that he wears his pants. Now she was talking that we were so deep. I thought she was talking about his jeans. So Mr. Jolly walked up with a smile on his face. And I see just what she means. That man got a smooth walk. Embrace the grace. He kind of growl when he talk. Ain't shy no hard work. He loves his mama and he go to church. He don't care if the kids are his. He gonna raise them like this. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a southern man. That woman was so proud with that man on her arm. Had me trying to chase him down all over town to see if he had a son. She said, Charlie ain't perfect, he's just a man, but he's everything I need. And now I want nothing other than a smooth southern brother that's head over heels for me. I took that woman at her word, and now I'm happy as can be. And if you listen to what we're saying to you, you'll see just what we mean. A southern man got a smooth walk. He kinda growl when he talk. He ain't shy no hard work. He loves his mama and he go to church. He don't care if the kids is his. He's gonna raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a southern man. Now say, oh, say, oh, I love a southern man.
All right. I can't start the show without it. La Bonita, I sent the request 2 times. Come on with it. You said you only had a moment of time. You gotta go do some breastfeeding. So let's get to it. Will your job disqualify them? And I said them on purpose because there are men who have a job that will disqualify the woman from wanting to be with them. There are women who have jobs, plural, that will disqualify a man from wanting to be with them. And these jobs are associated with an income, but sometimes it's just the work that you do. Some people's like, listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not the fact you're a longshoreman. I'm not dealing with the fact that you are RN in the ER. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with the fact that you're a veterinarian. I'm not dealing with the fact that you're a DJ. I don't like this shit. I'm not dealing with the fact that you used to be a stripper. Now you're reformed and you're a professor you're adjunct professor at Emory. I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I agree. I definitely agree. I want to tell a story about a guy. So great guy. I talked about this guy before, this one in therapy, but him, the baby's here now, so he's cool now.
I bet.
He just bitched for 10 months. Had to see a therapist for 10 months. He said, I guess I could cancel my therapy now. I'm like, that's sad. But anyways, let me tell you about him. So ladies and
Yeah, that was quick. Come on back. Okay, so again, anybody else wants to cam up and tell me about an experience that you had that either your job, people are scared, or you, because you have a particular job, you can't date a particular type of person. So I want to hear both sides. Baby swipe, blame it on the baby. Yeah, I like that. Blame it on the baby. It's the baby. Blame it on the baby.
okay, sorry, the baby swiped.
Baby.
She did. So let me tell you about this guy real quick. He works for Delta Airlines, right? So I know you guys are gonna be like, "What? You disqualified him for that?"
No, this is the one they got the townhouse, right?
Yeah. Yep. Great credit, great with finances, makes a decent amount of money. But what I noticed in a couple years of talking to him, dating him, whatever you call it. We didn't really have sex, so it doesn't count.
Oh my
But
God, so evil.
well, I mean, I got to make sure I want you.
You said years.
I mean, hey, he just wasn't the man to get it in a week. Sometimes everybody don't get it.
Week.
Everybody don't get it.
Man, listen, here's a disclaimer. Hold on, how they say it correctly? The views of the guest do not represent the views of the host. The host does not represent, promote, or think it's okay for a man to relegate himself to the super friend zone and be a woman's beck and call directly to you for multiple years and not even sniff her dirty drawers.
He probably washed them. So
Oh my God.
no, but it's not even funny. So let me tell you. So
You
grown
said it's not
man,
funny
never
being
been
bad.
married, doesn't have kids, but he treats me great. He was a great guy. But my issue was that, and I heard someone say he's a pilot. No, he works for what's the tech ops. He's tech ops. But my thing is that they toy around at Delta. Delta, first of all, Delta pays not great. So someone said Delta pilots make bank. Yes, you are correct. The pilots. But Delta has a thing where they're the top airline and they give out benefits for flight benefits. And so a lot of people without children work there, but they're really not making a lot of money.
I thought a ramp agent did good.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. People don't realize, but today in Atlanta, if you make it looks good when they swindle you with $16 to $18 an hour, but you cannot make that and survive here.
See that. I thought a ramp agent was at like 60 something.
Well, no, they're not. You got to think Delta's tiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to work there for at least 10 years before you can even jump up to those levels.
Ah.
So that's my issue with him, right? So before he was with Delta, he only been with Delta only 5 years now. I've known him 4 years now. Right before that, he was working at Kroger as a manager. I don't care, if I know you have a goal, especially has no kids. He chose this job. He went to college and everything. Cas Tech, he went there in Detroit. He has a great upbringing, mom and dad, great foundation, everything. He chose to work at Kroger. So, okay, then now you choose Delta. My thing with Delta is I wanted him to have more pizzazz, or I wanted him to level up. I hated to say that, but in reality, he really thought, his mind told me several times, Blue, I've calculated your rent. You could have been living with me, saving all your money. But he doesn't understand. Your Delta little money is not going to take care of me. Like, you got to think, I don't come without a child. So I'm a whole mom. So when you're talking about, yeah, I know, I got my own money and I'm going to make sure my stuff is good. But the fact that you're voicing you're going to fully take care of me, quit work and come live with you, your Delta little job is not going to take care of me and my teenage daughter. Like, it's just not. And my thing is, I always try to pick his brain and see if he wants more out of life. And I had to realize that there's just men, and that's a turnoff for me. So for me, I'm not really disqualifying him more than it's not even a turn on for me. There's nothing else that he does outside of the video game and Delta Airlines. And he travels for free everywhere, which is fine. But it's just not for me. I want a guy that is a go-getter, like, do something else. And for me, it was just like,
Real shit. Mr.
what?
Hitting them folks said, stop calling that man Job Little. I was
Be quiet, Michael. Be quiet, Michael.
thinking the same damn thing. Like, why is y'all gotta be little? With your little job?
His little job, like clocking in and clocking out, and just, I just feel like, and they allow him to work at home. So I'm like, bro, you can work at home and you're not thinking of nothing else to do to have like financial security. You're just banking on 401k with Delta Airlines, and then they toy with them, right? So they'll demote you in pay if you want to go higher in a position, and he's done that twice. And I'm like, bro, you going to take $10,000 pay cut for this? And they just play so many corporate games. And I get it. Not every man wants a 6 figures a year. I get that. But my thing is, why not level up if you have the ability to? Not everybody gets to say they work from home from a computer and all he has to do is check emails all day. So to me, that makes a stagnant man. And I'm sorry, I'm not finance. Romance without finance is a nuance, and he can't teach me nothing. Like, you're just a clock in dude with tech ops, like, and you don't want to elevate. And so for me, whatever job you're in, what do you say, Blue?
Kyle sent a request and then declined it and said 1 minute. That's like, you
Oh,
ever seen that one trick call? I call you on FaceTime and then you say hello. Oh, I'm gonna call you right back.
I'm gonna call you right back. But I mean, I don't know if women can understand what I'm saying, but it means something to me when a man is driven. I am attracted to a very driven man. I realize the reason why he couldn't get sex out of me and the reason why he couldn't get intimacy out of me is because I did not find him attractive in the force of being a man. And I'm not saying, McDonald's men aren't men, but it's just, I wasn't, it's very childish to me to say, oh, well, I got flight benefits. Who needs money? What?
Hold on. Let me interject right quick. For those who discourage the people who make $100,000 or more, don't say 6 figures. That's a large range.
Right.
$100,000 more. It's because your ability to have finances and have disposable income and have, if you can, like the ideal person, the ideal American can make whatever they make. It's not about what you make, it's what you can do with your money. You can afford a $2,000 mortgage or rent. You can afford a $500 car payment. You can afford $200 for insurance. You can then maximize your IRA, both Roth and traditional, max out your 401k, and still have $5,000 to $10,000 left over every month. That means you're living comfortably. It's all about not having to worry, damn, I can't go do this because I'm on this tight ass budget. I can't afford to go out to eat if I want to. I don't have enough money saved up. My next check is not coming for 7 days and it's going to be rough. I might not be able to eat comfortably. I may need to go all the way in the back of my pantry to get these rice and beans. That's really what it's about. It's about being able to live comfortably and not worry about your next meal and if your lights gonna stay on. So the more money you make, those are not problems. So people act like it's something else. Oh, I just want to say it. No, you want to be able to not have to worry about that. You want your car note to be paid up 6 months or living debt free, and all your money is your money to do whatever you want to do with, not be able to just go do this stuff. And she's saying that I don't need no man who can't budget and he don't make enough income to have disposable income. He's not forthwith to want to do more than what he's getting. Like, yeah, I'm a little different. I basically have 3 jobs. I got this. I work a 9 to 5, and I have some trucks that I run. And then I dispatch on top of that. Well, I got a little bit more than that. So I'm not the average guy, and I can't see it. I'm still trying to figure out how I can go do something else and make some more money for 2 or 3 hours a day and turn that to $1,000 a week, and then $1,000 a week to $5,000 a week. And even then, like my drive doesn't stop. I might get discouraged, but I gotta get my ass back up. Not for anybody else, but just for me. Sorry.
I agree. And I will say that's a Southern thing. Like I said, he's from Detroit. So I'm not putting down Detroit, but he's the first man that I've dated further on the East Coast. I definitely am used to Southern men. And so that's what kind of shocked me is like, ooh, I'm about to marry a dude that's really complacent and he really thinks he can take care of me. And I'm not high maintenance whatsoever. To be honest, I told someone the other day, I was like, I'm grown. Like I'll be 40 in May. I have everything I need. I don't need anything. Like I don't need clothes. I don't need shoes. I don't need purses. I have everything I need. I don't need anything. I don't wear makeup. I don't have a through $100 makeup counter. I don't have anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, a man saying he'll take care of me, and I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I don't want you to have to work. I'm like, but you don't make no money. You make like 20% of my income as a DJ. Like, how are you going to take care of me? Like, I don't know. You want a baby? Like, how are we going to do this? This ain't going to work. It's like not going to work. And it's not a put down. I don't knock the person but it's a turn off. It's not, more than anything, it's a turnoff. It's not cute. I don't want to see a grown man sitting playing video games, and you could be having a job. You could be making money. I don't know. Find something to do. You can make money off, even if he told me he's a gamer, he makes money gaming, I would be turned on by that. Like, find something else to do. You're not in sales, so your money is very paycheck to paycheck. It's very steady. No bonuses because you have flight benefits. Ooh. And it's standby. I don't fly standby. So it is no benefit for me.
Get you a jump seat.
Hi, nephew.
Hey, what's going on? Auntie, how are you? Tia, what's good? What's good?
How auntie and nephew? What the? There
Just
we
go
go.
with it. Just go with it. Oh, there's that beautiful little girl.
It's,
How are you doing?
what's her name?
Celia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She came out with a lot of hair.
She did.
She got mommy's hair or daddy's hair?
Mommy's. Ooh, he from Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
I'm just playing. Yeah, he definitely got some hair.
He got the Nigerian hair.
Yeah. Yes, my best friend said that today.
There you go.
Nappiest hair. It's crazy. I've never seen nobody's hair that nappy. And
Tactical.
It ain't.
It's not nappy. It's tactical.
Relate hair to skin tone because he's light skinned and he got nappy hair. Bad.
Tactical. Hair. It's tactical though. That's not nappy. It's tactical.
Tactical.
So what's up, you two? So why y'all are clowning on people that make like a little bit of money, right? Why y'all clowning on people?
No, not clowning. Just to each his own.
You know, somebody makes, you know, to take care. Somebody can make $400,000 a year and not take care of you at all. Someone can make only like $40,000 a year and take care of you great.
I disagree.
Okay, would you like me to allow me to retort?
No, I don't need to retort. Let me retort first.
Okay, go ahead.
Difference between 40,000 and 400,000 is too great.
Yeah.
You will be provided.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he'll be able to provide. That doesn't mean that he will provide, because if you have money, you don't want to lose your money for things that you don't think will bring you more money. Just saying.
Can we switch that number, Kyle, maybe to like 70 or 80?
Okay, we'll do that.
$40,000 is like my daughter's first job.
But I was doing that for people like, because listen, unless you live in Atlanta or you live in LA or New York, that doesn't even make sense hearing people talk about 100,000 is not a big number. If you live in LA, you live in New York, you live in Atlanta, it's not a big number.
Yeah.
But if you live in Arkansas, that's a huge number.
But you
just being real.
Have to think. So the guy that I was talking about is single with no kids. So how do you think he's getting taxed with his little job?
Hold on a second. You one more.
Okay. I'm like, he would like to be happy I got a baby. He can claim my baby. He could get some help.
But why you keep saying?
Because it's a job that's not progressive. Like, I don't know. I when I look at a man, I think of leadership. So I look at, the people. I was in sales. Okay. So I was in sales. I worked in car sales. I worked in phone sales, and I worked at a bank. I was a banker. But my best sales, honestly, were car sales. But the best job in sales I ever had now is selling DJ La Bonita services. But before being great at my business, I was in car sales. And I promise you that was the best experience. So when I see men doing that, I know they're doing great, and I know that they are doing great in the sense of, if you can do that, you can do anything. You're going to have financial security. Sales is a big thing to have under your belt. So I'm not saying that he's wrong, but to want pick up a family, a woman with 2 kids, I'm a grown woman. I ain't no 21-year-old. He's telling me, you want a 40-year-old? You want to move me in your house? Boy, I shop at Whole Foods. That's why I live next door to it. I eat real good meat. Okay, I eat lamb chops. I cook filet mignon. Okay, and we're not doing store brand no, we're not. We're
Let's
doing
see.
bison. So when you're talking about, free range chicken, and you're talking about eating real good food.
Baby spiked again. Juicy,
Yes,
how you doing this evening?
I am okay. How are you?
Good. What's your
Listen,
topic?
listen to you guys. Well, I was listen to I don't know her name. What was her name?
La Bonita.
Abonita. Okay, so
La.
I was okay. That La Bonita. Okay. So I was agreeing with some of the things that she was saying as far as, the guy having, well, first let me put this out here. It's not the job. A job wouldn't define whether or not I would date a person or, choose to be. It's his ambition. Like, because we all start somewhere. So if you have a job and you know it's something that you have to do right now, opposed to what you really want to do, then I can work with that because you're working towards something. But again, your work ethics and things have to be a part. So you have to be.
But at your age, and somebody who is around your age,
All,
shouldn't they be
all three of your ages.
aspirations are versus trying to find it?
Wait, both of y'all was talking. What you say?
At your age,
Mm-hmm.
someone who is similar to your age,
Mm-hmm.
would be into whatever they're trying to do instead of trying to find the ambition to start something?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Her
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I would rather have it that way.
Okay.
I mean, but I do understand things happen and you have to make changes sometimes. Not that you're out here looking for something to happen, but I do understand that sometimes things happen. So you have to shift a little bit. So then that's when the mentality comes in. I have to see what type of mind you have. So we just always have to have a plan. Like he has to have a plan, and you know what I'm saying. Then working it. Like you always got to want something. Of course, at my age, I'm 43, so I don't want you at McDonald's and stuff. They can't do that for us. I don't even eat McDonald's, so I don't want it. I'm sorry. I don't knock anyone. You do what you do. First of all, I'm an
So if my man's the
entrepreneur, so
so if my
huh?
man's a manager at McDonald's, he doesn't get no action if he's been a manager there for 13 years.
What did I just say, sir?
I know. I'm clarifying what you just
Oh,
said, man.
okay. Well,
I'm not
yeah.
the,
I
hold on, wait.
mean,
I'm not
I've
that guy. I'm
never.
just clarifying what you said. I'm not
Oh,
that
okay.
guy. I was clarifying what you said.
So
Because I'm gonna tell you something. If
see,
he's a manager,
I don't want
hey,
people to think that I'm out here like, I mean, I understand this is just a topic, right? This is just a topic. So I don't walk out the door daily and like, okay, a guy works at McDonald's, just don't speak to me type thing.
yeah.
But I would prefer that he's over into his career because even being working at McDonald's for 13 years, I'm still 43.
Hey, well,
So
I'm gonna tell you
he
something like
should be
this.
tired of McDonald's. Yes.
Maybe, but I'm gonna tell you something like this. I do applications for people every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away when I saw a manager at In and Out, how much they make. The
Mm-hmm.
man made $130,000 a year.
Well, I was about to say, Kyle, my best friend does taxes, and I know what she was saying. But a manager she did a manager's taxes at McDonald's, and he made $143,000 a year.
Hey,
Managers actually at Hooters start you off at 80, and within 5 years you're at 120. So managers are a lot different. But
I'm not talking about the
yeah,
the fry flippers. You know what I mean? He
they
ain't
make
over there with the
money.
basket.
Oh,
Yeah, but the
okay.
managers, they can make money,
They make money.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
But
an
again,
opening
I was in
it's
sales.
for another career. It's for another career later too,
Yeah.
for their growth.
That's what I just said. I said if it's something that they have to do at this point,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Until you can do what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Until you can do what you want to do. But I'm gonna still need a plan. Like, yeah, this is what I'm doing right now, and the money is good, but don't get stuck there. Don't
Yeah.
get complacent and be okay with it. Like, I need you to, move on.
Well, I'm gonna
You
be
got, you
honest.
got,
You're 43, you said? 42?
mm-hmm,
42,
43.
43. So, and I'm
Mm-hmm,
39. And when I was 35, there's no
Damn.
way that I could find a man that got a scrapbook of plans. I think that by the time I meet you, I need, because my next man is my last man. So I can't have you with no
mm-hmm.
plan. You need to already had your plan put together. We're not 21. We're not Kyle, and
27. I know.
we not Kyle and his wife starting at the beginning, you know, and
Yeah.
so we are we
See,
are
those are my thoughts.
yeah.
And you know, I mean, again, I don't even like McDonald's. I don't want to smell McDonald's every day when you come in the house. Like, I'm just sorry, I don't. I mean, it's just it can get that petty. Like, I mean, seriously, y'all asking me my opinion. This is
But
what
your
I'm giving
dude,
you
I
guys.
wouldn't even judge your dude because your dude making more money than my Delta Airlines dude.
Girl, listen, they can team up together.
Your dude making 120 plus at McDonald's, and my dude making 47,000.
But he gets free flights.
I just
Stand by, stand by.
Hey,
I'm
or
on
he
the
can get
plane
a jump,
before
or he can
you
get
because
jumpsuit.
I'm diamond.
I mean, I
But
get it, and it's for jobs are for everyone. But I mean, I could just picture a 30-year-old, 32, 33 being a manager at McDonald's and being okay with it. Then an almost 50-year-old. First of all, sir, you knocking on. Okay, we knocking. Someone needs you to not have to work so many hours. So and you wore
Girl, he gonna take a shower before he come to
and
your
you wore
house.
out. No, and then you wore out your body. You in your
He
40s,
gonna
them
take a
bones
shower
get
as
the
soon as he come in the
they
house.
get to cutting up and acting up and whistling and things. Like, you need to be
He
trying to think. You want to work smart, not hard. Slanging burgers at McDonald's with no max. I'm not
so
okay with.
so I take it you wouldn't date somebody in sanitation either. I take it.
Huh?
Do you
I
know how much money they
mean,
make? Do you know how much money a managerial
listen,
position in
listen.
sanitation can make?
All I'm saying is we have to come up with a plan when it's time to come home. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I'm gonna
Man,
say it's not about where he works, it's the ambition that he shows me as a man and as when I meet you as a leader. To me, you
Exactly.
cannot be a leader if you cannot really afford what you're going after.
How are you?
okay, but my question, yeah, I'm just gonna jump in there because I feel like
Really,
such a
I
punk
don't
just
like
sitting
old
here going
men.
like this, and nobody's hearing me. I'm just sitting here like trying to be polite, so I'm just gonna jump in.
Okay.
Why is it that I always hear the man has to have some sort of plan? What is y'all's plan?
Oh, I have it. I come with it,
No, but
and
what
I
is
will
that
be able to
plan?
answer it
No,
if he were
no,
to
but
ask me that.
the reason I ask is because I think sometimes the plan that you all have is not at all a plan that we would ever think or want from a woman, right? Like to have her plan. So what kind of plan
Well,
do you all have? It feels like your plan works for you,
mm,
but the plan you have for us is supposed to work for you as well. So what is your plan that works for us?
well, I can't say that I have a plan. That's what I'm saying. It starts with him mental. I just need him to be ambitious, meaning he's gonna figure some things out and work something out without me having to tell him. So I'm gonna need that so I can work with, and then we're gonna have to come together. We're gonna have to, he has if he don't know, then he needs to be receptive to me speaking and telling him, like, suggesting some things and trying to come up with something. If he don't know, but you have guys that they don't they don't have a plan. They don't know much, and then they don't want to be told nothing. It's a lose, lose, lose at that point. So as long as he's willing to, but I don't want to wear britches. I don't want to wear the britches in my relationship either. Now you can't put us in a position. Y'all talk about women being
Where are you
independent
from,
and
girl?
have. Girl, I'm from
She
Atlanta.
said, I ain't wearing no britches.
I,
You don't what?
I don't want to wear the britches in my relationship. If I'm in a relationship with a man, that's the case. I might as well have me a woman, and then we both wear britches when we choose
Why
to.
you keep these britches you talking about? Why?
Pants,
Don't act
uh,
like you don't know what
You
britches
get you
right,
are.
get all right.
He
So
britches,
acting like he
of all
ain't
the people
from
on
the
this
South.
of all the people on
right,
this
britches,
panel, you the one
britches. So
person
at
that
the
can act
end of
like
the
you don't know what
day,
britches is.
like I
Betsy,
teach, like I teach,
Betsy, Betsy,
look, like
pass me the ivory.
you said, it sound like
No, I said,
you won't wear the
I'm,
pants. Okay,
no,
I don't know.
no,
Okay, so listen, I have an 18-year-old son, right?
nice.
What I tell my son all the time: certain things come with you having a penis. Period. Certain expectations. The whole purpose of the woman taking on the man's last name comes with expectations. If that's the case, he can have my last name. Why he can't have my last name? I mean, we can get extremely technical, but what I'm saying is, you have guys that want to put women in positions where they're making all the decisions and things, but then they have an issue with them not being submissive or not being soft enough. Stop making them wear the breeches all the time. It's missed the britches again, Blue. Sorry.
And then Kyle, to answer your question for me, this particular guy, I didn't say that I didn't use a general man. I was using a certain man,
I know.
and I said what he asked of me: quit my job and move in this townhouse he bought for me years ago.
I remember
And
you told this story to me. You told me
right,
about this.
so he's asking to take care of me fully, and I'm a mom. Like, you don't got no money. Like, it's like you have your tax so high. You get taxed a lot. You have no children. You have no dependents. So you
But let me
really
ask you a question. What would happen
money.
if you helped him build up who he was? What would happen?
No, he's not interested. This is what I'm explaining to you. He's
Okay.
not in. He works at home for a living now since COVID, and all he does is play the video game. He will play that thing morning, noon, and night. He gets off work at 3 a.m, and I will FaceTime him, and I'll be like, "What you doing?" He'd be like, "What you think?" And show me his headphones, and he on the game. He's not a mature. He's 39, and he's stuck being complacent at Delta Airlines, flying out of town on his off days, and playing a video game. But you want me, which we not both going to be sitting in the house looking at each other. I need to work. You don't want me to work. He one of those type. He wants me to take a break. He knows my back always hurts, so he's using that. Your back be hurting. You don't need a DJ. You ain't finna get me up in there barefoot, butt naked, and pregnant. Why you ain't making no money? This ain't gonna work. It's a bad. We're gonna go in recession. in one house. It's not gonna work.
Somebody put in the comments, Blue, are men open to their women helping them build?
I hope
Are you, Blue?
so, because I love
I
to
have
do
something
that.
to say on that. Are you, Blue?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell us.
Okay. Well, I'm my woman right now. She helps me build. But the one thing I always say this is the same thing. When it comes to doing things on Excel, I don't try to tell her how to do it because she's better at that than I am. So if there's something that I do better than her, I don't have her try to show me how to do something like that. I'll take insight from her and we build together. But it takes a humility, it takes a comfortability, it takes a vulnerability, it takes a lot of different things you have to be able to have. But most importantly, I got to have your trust in this. If you don't have this, because being fine, a lot of women have really lived on this for a very long time because when you were younger, that's what increased your cachet. That's what made you more important than someone else. But that's not enough because that will fade. I promise. It fades.
I agree.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. He has to be open to her helping.
So, like,
But I also believe in that thing. You know what you tell a woman with two black eyes, though, right?
is the fact that he plays video games and does not do anything productive outside of his 8 to 5, is that a deterrent as well?
Yes, it is, because I'd rather him go work out or do something. Fine. I mean, his friend I've been at his house where his homeboy was like, I got a business plan for doing logistics, and tried to talk to him about it. Just come together and put some money together, because he's a good saver. He's pretty decent. We talked about money and savings and stuff like that. I love doing that with guys I date. But, he's not interested in putting his money nowhere to make it grow at all. And his homeboy said, man, I've been asking him for 5 years, 5 different businesses. He don't want to do nothing but work a job.
It's not his thing. It's not his thing.
Yeah, it's not.
So you say he spent.
Can I tell
So
you,
you say
ladies?
he's at work. He's at work, and then he's on the game.
Can I tell you, ladies, something?
Yeah,
Like real talk.
and he cooks. I do
don't.
love
I
that
don't.
about him.
I don't know if you ladies know how much power you have. Like you all can get us to change things differently than how you commonly try to make us change things. Telling us, hey, you should go out and do this or you should do that. That stuff doesn't change us at all. I'll speak for Blue. There's ways that you all can get.
You and your wife
Oh,
started from the bottom. Now
Here we go with this.
y'all
As though I've
started
never
from the
talked to no
bottom.
other woman in my life. Go ahead.
Y'all
Talk
started
to me.
from the bottom. Now you're here, right?
Yes.
We're starting from the middle, almost senior.
No, you're starting from the bottom. I know you like to think that you're in the middle. You're still at the bottom.
I'm almost 57.
Yes,
So.
I know that. I just want to make her cam up real quick. I knew that would make her cam up real quick. There's that beautiful little Asia. Look at her. Look at that beautiful little Asia. She is adorable.
Let me put her down.
Yeah, she's so adorable. Oh, so you mean to tell me that she's kind of spoiled, huh? Wonder where
she
that
deserves
came
it.
from.
She
Apples do
deserves
not
it.
fall far. far from the tree. They don't
She,
fall far from the
she
tree.
deserves
She's
it.
already
She can't
getting.
talk
She's
yet.
already living in her pretty privilege already.
Long as she can't talk. And as soon as she starts talking, the spoil stops.
Unbelievable.
But no, we're older, so I don't want a man boy. Sorry. We
And I
got
don't
to
want nobody
But the thing is,
start.
sitting on a video game all day
I
long.
want
Cause
that's true. But
I
uh-uh.
want
there's
to
a
be the
reason why.
man
There's a
I'm
reason why a
for
lot
snatching
a
of men
cords
sit
out
on
yes.
the
the
video game.
wall. I'm doing all that.
I'm a
I'm snatching out the TV.
I'm a gamer. Wow, wow.
I'm doing all
I'm a
that.
gamer. I'm a gamer too myself, but I haven't been on games in a
Mm.
while.
So
And the reason I probably haven't
know
been
that
on.
I know that Blue says, will their job disqualify them? I'm sorry, but your mental spirituality will disqualify you as well.
That part. That part.
Yeah, like I need a man that prays with me. Grab my hand and pray.
Mm.
I need a man that's connected to God.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have to know
Girl,
the
give me your
Father
hand.
now.
Get
You're
over.
gonna
You
have
get
to
over here
know
and you
the
pray with me.
Father
Girl,
and have a personal relationship with the Father. I'm gonna need that.
no,
Absolutely.
it's a turnoff for me if there's no man leading me at dinner or anything like that, grabbing my
I
hand.
mean, cause he can't lead unless he been led himself. So who leading you, sir?
Well, he's just a baby in the spirit, and that's okay. But he's just, yeah,
hey, but
I
You
can't.
you know what?
We all
One,
start.
go
We
ahead.
all start there. We all start there. We do. We
And
do.
What was
I
you
don't
gonna
want
say?
that man that start there. I don't want no
Listen.
40-year-old man that just start knowing
Or,
God today.
Why?
or the one that starts and
Why?
stay right
No,
there. You
Why?
should be growing, sir.
no.
We're looking for growth in every
Wait.
aspect of our life. Every aspect of our life, we're looking for growth. Okay. I don't want you comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm cool.
So if we struggling and we don't have no money, we're uncomfortable. I don't need you comfortable. I can't sleep when my money funny. I can't hang out and kick it and do all this extra stuff with my money funny. So I'm gonna need we're gonna have to have similar thought thought process when it comes to that.
And see, my man's money will never be funny as long as he has me. I'm the backbone, right? So I
You have
know
to go ahead and talk,
I'm,
sir.
I'm virtuous. So my money's all our money. Our money will never be funny. My problem is you, yourself, you, the
Yeah,
leader, the man. You need to
right.
get your life together before you seek out any woman. And that's just me.
So
Yeah.
okay, I just didn't want to interrupt y'all, interrupt ladies. We're trying to be responsible and respectful and
Come
all that
on,
stuff.
nephew.
Because if we do it, all right. So then let me say this. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my damn thought. I think I did. Just give me 10 seconds. I'll get it back. Y'all go ahead and talk. Give me 10 seconds. I'll come back.
That's because you wanted to be sarcastic and act
No,
up
All the
before you
time,
no,
start.
this one,
Libra.
no, this one was actually serious because you were talking. Oh, that's what it was. You were talking about turnoffs. Like, do y'all realize the stuff that y'all talking about are humongous turnoffs for guys? Like,
I mean,
all these
you're gonna
rules,
have to
all these
speak for
rules, and
God.
hold on.
Kyle, the
Can I speak?
show is would a
Can I
job disqualify them.
can I speak? Can I speak on it? Can I speak?
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like all of these different things, all these different rules on what would turn you off and would make chat, all these different rules. That's just like, why the hell would we want to be involved with that? No disrespect, but it's like I don't know how a job, somebody's had a job for 13, 20 years, how that would disqualify them because it doesn't make enough money because to you it doesn't show enough ambition to you. But I think that shows commitment. It shows loyalty. It shows dedication. I think you all are looking past some of the most important
But you
things that
sound
make a man a
like a
man.
credit bureau.
You said what?
He sounds like a credit bureau.
Well, you can't buy nothing without good credit.
Look, sound like a credit
But
bureau.
listen, okay, so you
You
said
said
all these rules and things that we have. I don't
I
think
mean
I
standards.
haven't
I
said
meant
a whole,
standards. Standards.
and it's
Or
not many that
standards.
I said tonight. I just said I would like
It
for
he
wasn't
didn't
him
just
say
to
you.
no
have
standard.
ambition. I said ambition. So you can have this job. I just don't want you complacent and stuck in staying somewhere because you had to, take this job. I just if it's not where you really want to be, your fullest potential, I'm gonna need you to want more.
Okay.
And
I just don't want you
Okay,
honestly,
but
I'm
who?
stuck. That's
But
it.
okay, but
That's
this is
all I say.
this
I just don't want you
this
stuck.
is all due respect. This is all due respect. I want you to take this with respect. Don't take this as a jab. All right. All right.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
My name's Kyle McDuffie. What's your name?
I'm Shakita.
Very nice to meet you, Shakita. Who are you
Likewise.
to dictate where I should be in terms of my
What?
potential and who are you? You said I need to make sure that you are in your potential and where
No,
you
I
should be.
said
Who are you?
my person. if it's
No, that's
where
what
he plans to
I'm
be, if
talking
this
about.
is his,
That's what I'm talking about.
if this is his dream. Now, if you're in your dream job, this is if you said I want to be a McDonald's manager when you was 5 and 6, and now at 35 you are a McDonald's manager, right?
Yeah.
This is your fullest potential. This is all you want. I mean, this is what you want it to be. I'm not knocking you for what you want to do.
No.
What I'm saying is, like we said now, here living in Atlanta, how everything is more expensive now. You know, just different things. I'm gonna need you to move with time. Meaning, if you have to add more to your plate, then I'm gonna need you to be able to do so, opposed to just being stuck and comfortable in whatever it is that you're choosing at this moment. So, I mean, and that's what I mean when I say open to growing.
Okay. But what if he's not stuck? What if he's doing fine? And what if with the times getting more expensive,
Which is the
his
guy
paycheck is
So
his
then,
paycheck has gotten more
why
expensive.
is it? Yeah, why is it an issue for it to not work for me then? Because if that's who he is, I can't change who he
Right.
is. You asked me, will I be okay with it? I'm telling you what type of guy I need. I didn't say every guy has to be this way, but the
Right.
but
I was just
the
being sure.
kind but the
I was
kind
just
that
being sure on
the
that.
kind that I desire, they out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
And see, for me, I think he would have been more of a turn on for me if I heard him say like, oh, I just got off work, I'm about to go golf with my homeboys, or oh, I just got off work, I'm about to go, I don't know, podcast. We're in Atlanta, everybody does everything. Men, they got Emerging 100 Black men that leadership to young boys. Like, I got friends, a whole bunch of friends that do that graduated college and they work for this. I mean, there's so many programs and things a man can do here, a Black man in leadership, that's outside of his job, but he chooses to, I promise you, he spends 10 to 15 hours on a video
So
game.
what if he's the type of man that said, I just want to go home. He just wants to chill, sit back, have a glass of wine or a bourbon, and just listen to some jazz music and maybe read a book, maybe. Would that not be good enough? Would he need to upgrade himself on that too?
I think
So I think you're taking what we're
I think you're
saying
taking,
wrong because
I,
No, I'm just
yeah,
asking. I'm just
that's
asking.
yeah, because
You gave me an analogy. You gave me a picture. I just painted a
again,
slightly different picture. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
if the
but to
guy
me, that's
likes
not ambitious.
video games,
Come home and
right,
drink and read a book. I'm not
or
saying that make him ambitious. If it's a man that I meet, this is why I will not commit to him. So the point of this topic was, will a job disqualify them? And I told Blue, I said, I got a little bit time before 11 to chat with you about this guy that I kind of disqualified, right? So I stayed around to see, I know you have a job and I know you play video games, but let me watch and see who you really are. And that's truly who he's not changing. It's been 4 years and that fool's still on the same game. He meets strangers out of I mean, he came to my set one time with these guys that drove from Carolina, two guys, young black men in their 30s or 40s, and he's like, yeah, these are the guys I play the game with. First time meeting. That's strange to me. And that's fine, but that's just for him and somebody else, just not me. It's
right,
not for me.
that's
That's
right.
all. We're just
I'm not
saying
knocking
our preferences in the space of,
it.
will a job kind of disqualify? Yeah, and a lack of a job, right? So a job doesn't have to necessarily make money, Kyle. What I'm saying is just like, go be productive in the world. Go. You don't got no dependents. You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, and I'm not saying what you all are saying is wrong. I have no place to tell you what's wrong or right in your lives. I have no place to
Right.
say that. What I'm saying is I think that the world, we all need to start looking at more things than just how much money you make or the perceived prestige of a job and what makes you who you are. Because one day you guys are gonna look up and you're gonna see what I really do. And you're gonna see, and you won't see me on here that much, you know what I mean? Or you're gonna be like, oh, he's doing something, but I'm the same guy I was. The guy that I am today is the same guy I was when I met my woman. But I was not this guy that I am today. I happen to think I'm a damn good man. I think I'm a keeper because not just do I provide, I also provide emotional security. I also provide being able to be vulnerable, being able to touch her on different levels, not just physically, right? But I can do
Yeah,
that
but you're
too. So like,
qualified. So you're just
no,
bragging now.
no,
And
but listen, you're not hearing,
but Kyle, you're
no,
bragging.
would you
You're
stop talking
bragging.
for a second? Stop talking for a
You're
second. No, you're not.
bragging.
No, it
We're
sounds like it's
talking
bragging
about the
because it sounds
ability
like
to be
bragging because you're not listening.
disqualified.
It sounds like I'm bragging because you're not listening.
No,
Let
we
me
are
finish.
listening,
Let
and we
no,
hear
well,
I.
no, you're talking. You can't talk and listen. So what I'm saying is, I got nothing but love for you, Auntie. What I'm saying is, the man that I am today is not the man that I grew into this. So what I'm
Right.
saying,
So that's what we're
and I
talking. We're talking about
That's
that
what
growth.
we're
We're talking about that growth, though.
we're
and
So
what I'm
talking
you,
about
saying,
being
you're
somebody. We're
confirming.
talking about
You're
and what I'm
confirming
saying,
what we're
and what I'm saying,
saying.
and what I'm saying is, the reason I grew into this before I was interrupted like 3 or 4 times, I grew into it with her. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
when y'all were
And
young.
Without
that's
her,
what
no, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. What I'm saying
that's
is,
what we saying,
that's what she
sweetie.
helps. What I'm saying is, she helps complete it. So if you're like just saying, "Oh, he need to have all his stuff together," none of
We
us are
didn't say
there.
that.
Right?
Who has said that
He didn't
though?
say he needed to have all his stuff together.
We haven't said that. We're saying
We're
what you just said.
saying, I'm saying he
What
has his stuff together.
Y'all got
He
it. You
owns
got
his
it.
house.
You
I
got it.
said
I'm
it
sorry.
clear.
You got
He
it.
has no children. He owns his house. He's doing good for himself, Kyle. But if you're talking about taking in a woman, a grown woman with 2 children, I said I need to see a little bit more leadership out of him. What is wrong with that? Nothing. Because you're not a man and you don't date men. You are a qualified man. You are a qualified married man. And you also have built a relationship way back then. We are older than you, Kyle.
Very, very.
So
right,
guess what, you little 20-year-old?
But
You
right.
you already went through all that. We're older people talking about meeting someone where they are. Will their job disqualify them? So we're given our scenarios.
And neither one of us has said that the job actually is doing the disqualifying.
We
We're
did
saying
definitely
the mentality of the man, meaning he's stuck and complacent
correct.
with what he's
Oh,
working with at the
hold
moment.
on, you did say you ain't tolerating smelling like burgers and fries.
Well, I say I would prefer not to smell McDonald's every day. I did say that.
I know
I
you
did
did.
say that.
What about Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A make money too, though.
Not none of them A's. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger, nobody.
Publix.
No.
Publix
Not
smell
at
like a deli.
43. Now we was 25, 27. Okay. All right, boo, we doing this right now. It's a right now thing, not forever. I can't, I know. No. It's what it is.
so
Okay?
I'm gonna ask another question. It's gonna sound stupid, but a man
No
like that
put.
that you says already has it together like that. That's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that he's single?
Because he plays video games.
No. Okay. I can't with you. I can't with you. I'm talking
Because
about the man.
I'm
I'm
the
talking about.
one he won't, and that's
I'm
why he's
talking.
single.
Hold on. I'm talking about the man that you're talking about. That you're like saying how that he's supposed to be. Why is that man single?
I mean, it's more to it than just, his money.
Okay, so just
So
give
we would have to
me some reason.
dig a little deeper
Other than a
because
wiggle in your head.
he can like boys. He can,
We're not. We're not.
it's 2023. Look,
I will
it's
say
20, it's
Andrew is
2023.
single
So like we can have different.
Everybody's
Okay,
gonna need
all
a
right,
little maintenance,
okay,
people.
boo.
I know that a lot of women don't believe y'all need maintenance, but
Boo.
we
That's
all
what
need a
the
little maintenance.
whole growth. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When I said you have to be receptive to your partner helping you, that's in every
Right.
aspect.
Do
So
you think
that's the maintenance.
Do you think that you
it's
ladies
prime.
might need to learn something from a guy like that? Do you think that maybe you could
Absolutely,
learn something?
it's a lot that I can learn
So
from
let's
a mate. Absolutely,
get
and
you
I
one of the
prefer
maids.
to
Hey
have it
y'all,
that
right now
way.
we're gonna do a cash app down at the bottom. All y'all with the A's,
But that's not what
Chick-fil-A.
we're talking about. We're talking about the job. That's the topic tonight.
I got
Now we can go over into that, but yeah.
Blue.
I think that you're kind of bringing up a different topic, Kyle.
I think I am too. I think I think I am.
You
I'm sorry.
kind of had it. It's hanging on by a thin thread, but you're kind of over there, and they're kind of over here. Both of
Okay.
them are that there's certain there, whether they admit it or not, there's certain jobs and or professions that they don't want to tolerate at their age, and they want the man to be able to bring certain things. They want to him, if he has low income, to already start the process of making an additional side hustle or transitioning to a different job. Now, yes, we can pick those outliers of those particular managers of those fast food restaurants that make a lot of money or not. We can, like, that's still not average. There's a lot of people who run fast food restaurants who don't make, yeah, that is more of an outlier than that commonality. I know some
Yeah.
guys who run a stand and they don't make no damn hundred or something. They live in California, so it depends. It's not that simple. We're trying to find more of the median stuff, the median incomes of guys, and they're saying, hey, if this guy has an average income, let's just round it off, $50,000, and if this is all he does, 8 to 5, 40 hours a week, he has no aspirations to invest and or grow something outside of that, and he spends his free time playing video games, he's disqualified. I have absolutely no problem with that. Now, they're also saying if he works at 8 to 5, he makes 50,000, but he got some other tech startup. He's hustling on the side legally. Let's make sure we say that legally. He might not be making but $50 or $100 a week, but he's in a couple of years that 50 or 100 is going to turn into 5,000. So they're like, hey, we want the ambition, we want the aspirations for more, and it's okay if you're this, but as long as you're trying to go somewhere, you're not stagnant. If you have a lower income, we didn't get into the higher incomes. We can talk about the six figures because guess what? That's only 13% of Americans.
Yeah.
That is not the conversation. We need to talk about the average incomes and play video games. If you
Yeah.
you
So
should be.
my whole thing, I'm sorry if it appeared that I was like on something completely different. It's not that I was going on something different. I just didn't understand where they were coming from. Like maybe I don't want to say I didn't understand. I can't tell you ladies what you should want. Only thing I would tell you is um I just don't know how that would hold some of these guys back because most of the guys that I know, I keep hearing that I'm married, I'm one of the outliers or something like that. But most of the guys that I know, see, I'm a man that has friends that are guys. That's our friend pool, right? And most of the guys I know that are older like you three, you know what I mean, that are like over 35, that make X amount of dollars. Um, there's some universal truths about these guys, the ones that are single. So it's like when I ask people, I'm like, why do people think that those type of guys are single? And it's like no one ever wants to answer that question. So I'm
So are
sorry
you
about that.
saying your friends, the friend guys that you're
No,
saying
no,
that
no, no,
are our
not
age?
just my friends,
No, I'm
enemies,
asking. I'm
enemies,
saying,
everybody.
are they single?
Uh,
I'm saying, are they single? The ones that you're saying that you do have friends that are our age?
no, I meet people that are friends to you that are not friends, as acquaintances, but I meet them and I know about them.
Okay,
So you know how we
okay,
know about it. I don't have a deep emotional connection to these guys. I don't like my circle. Yes, I do, but most of my circle are committed guys because I
okay.
can't. You can't really be a committed guy. It's very difficult to be a committed guy, and your entire circle is single wolves because that's how we used to run. We
Dr.
didn't. That's
Are they single, Kyle?
uh,
Dr. Fenton said, why are they single?
Yeah, that was my next question. That's why I was hitting that. I thought maybe you had some insight for us
because
as to why.
because they don't want that because they don't want to buy into what everybody's saying because this image of what we're saying the man has to be up to and all these things like that that image represents a taken man, someone who understands how this works, and he begins grooming, he begins learning things that he can't learn by himself when he's single. He does not learn those things that he's never experienced. He can't.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
just
somebody on here keep asking what kind of job we have. I've seen that a couple times. I'm sorry.
Don't pay attention to Pie God.
Oh, okay.
Um,
oh, Pog, he's actually that's Ruben Studdard actually. He was on American Idol. What was that song he sang on American Idol? That's Pog God, Ruben Studdard. That's him.
Wait a minute. Okay.
That's my man
But yeah,
Ruben
because
Studdard.
I don't have an issue with saying who I am, what I am. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, you want to be attracted to your
Yeah.
mate. And everything about your mate, you know, I want to be attracted to my mate in multiple instances. Like,
Mhm.
not just physically. Like, that's going to wither. Like, we get older.
Yeah.
So, your mentality, first and foremost, for me, that works for me.
Gotcha.
So, I'm one with a lot of drive. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I always known that's what I wanted to do. So 21, it started at 21.
Do you
So
invest?
all I
What do
know,
you invest?
all I know is to make things happen. Figure it out. Add to. If it's not working, I add to. I switch it up. I'm having to add to my plate. It works. That's that's how it goes. So I can't sit and respect some. I just cannot, like, someone just stuck and being okay with just receiving whatever someone's handing them.
I do
So
know, I do know that for me personally, McDonald's won't work. Neither will Chick-fil-A. Neither will any fast food. And I know I'm gonna tell you this why. Because even though the managers may make money, they have to work open 7, 8 a.m. to close
that's
every,
what I just said. I
and
said
they
that too.
salary.
Hmm.
They're not on hourly. So
Hmm.
that is a hectic thing for me personally.
Hmm.
It's not saying the job is not making money because it's not all about money. I know I'm foundational and I do want to meet you at home. I do want to date you. I do want to go out with you. I do want to be with you sometimes.
Yeah.
So if I am off majority of my days, I work smart, not hard. So out of the week, I work 3 hours, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. So I'm not saying you have to be there available to me all the time, but there is going to be some time we're going to have to share as we're building a foundation together. If we're building on a rock, it has to be going the correct way. So regardless to where you work, I have to know that we're aligning. And for me to quit my job, I have to know you're making money. So for me, my job technically, it was hard for me, Kyle, too, dating in Atlanta for years because I don't get weekends off. You know what I mean? Most men, I am attracted to the corporate man, and so most men are working Monday through Fridays, and then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're muted, Kyle.
So, so would you be okay with a corporate McDonald's man? He's corporate.
No, because no, unless he works in HR. No, I just told you. I'm
Well, no,
not
I said if
dealing
he's
with
corporate.
anybody
I
that
say corporate.
works.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about in the
in
store. I'm talking about
HR,
corporate.
absolutely.
No, I'm talking about
Absolutely.
at the corporate locations. I mean, if he
That's a
worked,
yes, in headquarters, yes.
yes.
Because they're closed after 5. So yes. But they're not making the salary that at all what the locations are making unless they are owner. Corporate jobs are no different. That's the same as Delta.
So have you thought about that for you? Because you said that you work all weekends, like or at night times, Friday and Saturday is big nights for you.
Hmm.
Have you thought about that for you for the future? Like because that's pretty much like prime time date nights for some people. Until you get married, then you got to make Tuesdays a date night or something like that. But have you
Um,
thought about that?
not really. And I'm gonna say why. I'm willing to quit my job for a man. So
There you go. There you go.
if
There you
it's
go.
the right
Quit your
man,
job.
if it's the right man, and he did and he did, um, you know what I mean, move me to where I trusted him in leadership as a man, then I wouldn't mind. I've had several men ask me to quit my job, and I look at them upside their head like, boy, for what? Like,
Okay, but say the whole. You're saying the sentence. You should say the paragraph. I'm willing to quit my job if he can provide the lifestyle that I'm currently living,
correct,
and I want that,
right.
which is reasonable. I think that's reasonable. Like you shouldn't tell a woman to, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm blah 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 blah, and then she goes look at how you live. You're like, hold on, you're not even living how I'm living. We need to put this together. You're not ready to be the sole provider. I'm sorry, sir. Like we need to go back to the drawing board, revamp your plan, and start over. And I understand. I've seen a couple of people, women in the comments saying not willing to listen to women when they say, hey, look, I see your skills, I see your talents. Let's move this over to the left or right so we can maximize your income based on what you're good at because you're not utilizing your talents wisely. I would agree. Most men don't want to hear that shit because unfortunately, most women, why are you making that face?
Brutus. Brutus. Huh? Not that I said that.
Most, most women don't say it correct, but if a man is really ambitious, he wants more, he's gonna find a way to listen to it. He needs to. Because if he find a woman who wants to push him forward and loves him, she wants the best for both of them, and he needs to be able to be receptive of that.
Okay. He should be able to be receptive to that. I just feel like we all need to like all I know you two are much older, right? So I mean you're more solidified in your age.
time if you're bad. Say it one more time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One more time.
All right. So look, no, you two are more in the game, right? I just don't want. I can't sit here and tell you what to do with your lives. I can't. I can't sit here and tell you what you're doing is wrong. I can't. Only thing I want to let you know is like, just I know you all aren't, so don't jump at me, ladies, right now, because I already see one of you has a defensive posture right now. She's like, say something. She got her chin up. She's like, say
I'm
something.
listening.
She
I'm
hey, she
listening.
ready. She got that lean. She ready to lean in uppercut. She ready. She ready
I'm
right now. No,
listening.
but what I'm saying is
Mhm.
like, open yourselves up to more possibilities because some of these guys, the way that they've been described, not just by you ladies, but by others as well, those are not the type of guys that want to be tied down. Just saying. Because I know guys like I'm just saying some of the guys that I
We're
talk to when
not
I hear
talking 27-year-olds. We're
can I
not talking 27-year-olds.
so she doesn't know how this she doesn't know my real age, does she? She doesn't know this is
All
a
she
joke.
she's
I know, sorry.
a man, and she's assuming that you're going to be truthful. This is
No.
not her. Assume responsibility.
I'm
Okay,
lost
so
in because
the
no,
the
I'm
27
talking about.
the 27 age thing is a joke. I really turned 28. So like so to go into I'm playing. So to go into
Kyle,
detail, yes,
go
ma'am.
date you. It's date night for you and your wife tonight.
No,
Go,
actually, you all just so that you
go.
know, no, I'm the
Calm
bearer.
down. Go give
I'm the
her a
bear.
massage.
I'm the
Yeah,
bearer
because
of truth. I
You
can't
just
because right
all over
now,
the place.
listen, I
yes,
can't right
because
now because
I'm
I'm sick.
trying
All
to
right,
stay with you, sir,
all
but
right. So
I'm
all right. So just
trying.
okay. So then maybe I just need to be blunt, but it's gonna sound hurtful. I mean,
Just
I'll
say it.
be blunt. I don't know if you. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
we're listening.
I think that a lot of these things about talking about what a man needs to have to be able to date you, I think it's crap. Because the bottom line is
I'm
a
still
lot of the things that you're
waiting
saying,
on this.
I'm getting there. Because a lot of things that you're saying that he has to have are things that
Uh,
would make him ask, why does he need to be with you? Like there are things that like most of the guys that have those things at this age, in their 40s or above, most guys that are like that, they're not trying to get tied down.
Why are you making it sound like we're saying they have to have a Lamborghini? We didn't even
yeah,
say six
we
figures.
haven't
We're
said
not. What are you talking
not one
about, Kyle?
material,
What
not
are
one
you talking
materialistic
about?
thing have I
We're
spoke
asking them
on.
to know God. We're asking them to go pick up a hobby. We're asking them to demonstrate
He
leadership.
has
We're
a
asking
hobby.
them to
He has
do,
a hobby. You
but
don't
we're
like
not
it.
asking more than we're suggesting that their job can disqualify or
Well,
qualify them.
you just got finished saying you wouldn't date nobody that was manager at McDonald's, making six figures. So you can't say that. You just got
But you're
finished
not
saying
being
that.
realistic because
Even
you don't
even if
meet
he's
those
at
guys.
corporate,
They
but
already
even if
got
he was
six
at
kids
corporate,
and a baby mama. Like they're not even in my radar. Sorry. So you're just making up just stuff just to say.
a manager at corporate, we just got finished talking
Okay.
about it.
Would a job disqualify a woman for you, Kyle?
But like if I was single again, no,
Period.
no, no. You know what would disqualify a woman for me back when I was single? I'm gonna tell you, real talk, her mindset. That no
I'm
no
done.
If I can throw it, let me throw it.
no. Let me tell you.
That's what
Let me
I
explain
said.
on the mind. I know, but let me explain to you the mindset. It's not what she does. It's how she thinks, how she approaches things. Does she think that she's perfect and that the world around her has problems, or does she understand that she needs to get worked on, just like I do? Can she be sincere? Those are other things those are things that I look at. Can she love? Those are things that I look at. Like love,
Yeah, but
not
tonight
always.
he asked about job. He
I
didn't ask
know,
about
I
all
know,
qualities
I know, I
of the
know,
person.
I
So
know.
we're speaking on a job.
I know, but I just don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know if jobs can change. Jobs can change at any moment. A
and
career can change.
we said that as well. We said that
Yeah,
as well. Hmm.
yeah. I just don't think that should discount them.
Blue, you should
That's just my
start
opinion.
having a thing that you can everybody on the panel can take a vote to vote someone out.
Hey, DJ, real talk. I mean, if you're that serious, I can just step up.
Nobody's
I don't.
even talking
I
about
mean, I
you.
mean,
Shut up. Why you
you're taking shots. You're taking shots right now. You need to go ahead and cam up. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say because you got your little baby next to you, and I don't want her to hear her
don't
mommy
be little
getting
in my
clowned.
baby.
I don't
Don't
want.
be little in my
No,
baby.
I love you. I love your baby. She's the sweetest thing about you. I mean,
My bigger baby is the sweetest thing about me.
oh wow, wow, she's already starting the drama
You can
already.
stop the
Nah,
man
no, but
just fine.
no, and I hear what y'all are saying. I just don't want it to be forgotten that it's a common thread nowadays that people are like, oh, what he makes, being able to provide is what dictates the value of a man, and that doesn't dictate the value of a man because
Yeah, but we haven't said
by
that.
Oh, but yet, biblically, God said that is what a man should do, right?
what did he say? Tell me that since you're going biblically, what did he say?
You should take care of. You should literally provide for
Well,
your family.
actually, that's not. Actually, I thought
Oh,
it
he didn't
said
say
that he
that.
should love. I thought it said that a man should love his wife as Christ loved the church. I
He
thought
sure
that's what
did,
it
but
was
he
saying.
also said a man should be a provider and provide for his
That's right.
family.
Right. Now, providing is not the same as like the problem is if you have gluttony, that's different than somebody having to provide for you. Meaning, if you have to
Oh,
take a trip every 3 months, that's not the same as you as provisions. You need to take a trip. You need to go to Maui every 3 months. There's people that are like that. It's not the same. There's levels. All I'm saying is there's levels for
yeah. I've been to Maui on points. Didn't cost nothing.
So, hey, so I got a couple people want to cam up.
I can't carry me down. You can carry me down. It's fine. All right. I'm gonna
I'm,
leave out. I'll leave out on this. I'll
Your
just
phone,
put
I
because
can't
obviously.
hear you, Blue. Your phone going in and out. I can't hear you. I don't know if
Hey,
everybody
so
else
I,
can hear you, but
so
Blue, I
so
can't hear you.
hey, so I'll leave out. Can I say this before I leave?
Mhm.
Boo. I'm just gonna say this. I'll leave out. I know it might seem like I know. Oh wow, somebody left. I know it might seem like I'm just being extra, something like that, but I'm telling you, there's so much more. Do not look past the heart of a man, because for you, he would try to change the world for you. Now, some people don't understand that because they're not in tune with their heart. They don't understand. They think that saying that makes them weaker, but it doesn't. It doesn't. A man will run through a wall for you. How you doing, miss?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, so like, do not look past.
Blue,
All
do
I'm
you know
saying is,
what it
don't
is?
look past that. All right,
yeah, we're not talking. We're not getting into biblical stuff, Paul guy. You can talk about something
I
else.
got
I might deal.
you. I got you.
The only thing I wanted to add to this, what I think the ladies were trying to say, and correct me, the ladies, if I'm wrong, is what they're saying is especially if I don't know you from a can of paint, from jump, they want to see what type of motivation and hustle you have in yourself without me. And that doesn't necessarily mean what cars you have, what clothes you have, what shoes you have, but what ambition do you have in your life in general, especially if you're 30 plus. You know, what is your next steps? Like we talked about on the last slide, the guy who
Hmm.
said he asked the woman her 5 year plan, you know, because it's like it's like at the end of the day, if I never came along and before me, after me, all of that, what do you have set up for your life? Because especially for a woman, because we have to trust that you're going to lead us, and we also, you know, lead us somewhere great, not just lead us some down the drain, you
Right.
know. So with that being said, yes, a woman's going to look for what you're doing at the time. That doesn't mean you can't be working a lesser job or have a, you know, a dead end job versus a career, but what are you doing to do more? What are you doing at the time? So let's say, for instance, you're working to be a doctor. Doctors take longer to get to where they're getting to, or you're trying to be a like you're in politics. Politics takes years too. So then maybe you're doing some type of, you know, Starbucks job or whatever while you're working to be in politics, or while you're while you're still in school to be a lawyer, while you're still in school to be a doctor. Now, something like that, cool. We see the ambition, we see the work already. We know why you're doing that, you know, but somebody who's 30 something years old, working a dead end job, don't have no 5 year plan, don't have no idea what they're doing next. All they do with their lives is work that dead end job and have meaningless hobbies that don't do nothing for their lives. It's like, where are you leading us?
Yeah.
Especially if you're over 30. Now, if we're talking about somebody under 30, then of course in your 20s, everybody knows you're finding yourself. So you might have a little more grace, a little more leniency, all of those things. But now you're 30, 40, 50, and you're still here, and you have no desire to do more. That's a red flag.
I don't really talk to 20 something men's at all. Men, sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, no, not me either. But I'm saying like if we're talking about 30 plus, then of course we're gonna want to like what have you done in these 30 years of your life, and what do you plan to do next?
Um,
Blue, you got somebody on here that wants to come on. You want me to get off the pod guy? He's asking to be added.
oh, she dropped it. Why you leave?
She's cool.
B?
Right.
cool, people. She always offers some good insight. And I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't trying to come at your scalp or nothing like that. I wasn't trying to come. See, I ask
I'm not
questions.
offended.
I ask the
Yeah,
why.
I'm not
I ask the
offended,
why.
sweetie.
If somebody gets offended, typically that's because what they're saying is BS and somebody's actually challenging it. I'm not that type.
I
I'm not the type.
know what you're saying, but that's not what.
Good evening, good people.
Hey there, how are you?
I was doing good until I jumped in Blue Live. Blue Live usually be peaceful to me. Now I'm angry. The God is angry because let me just get right to it. I get it. I understand ambition, drive, and goal. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
say y'all age,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have it already as men or women
Mm-hmm.
or career, time is up. So you basically said, if you 35 plus and you think you're gonna have a career, your time is up. You're supposed to be
Who
working on
said
your
that?
career. I'm saying that just the way how times is.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so
The
you
way
saying
how
that? Okay.
times is, the way times is. And the old girl that's popped up talking about that's what God said. Stop using God in this stuff. Please don't. Please
Mm-hmm.
don't. I want to know what Bible verse is that where it says God said man supposed to provide.
Mm.
This is why I say is gold diggerish codes y'all saying. They're
Okay,
not
so
saying
what I'm
outright.
saying is, are you telling us your opinion or
I
what
know.
you think
I'm telling. I'm
will a
telling. It's
job
not opinion.
qualify?
I never give it. I never give opinion. I'm saying facts with y'all. I'm hearing what y'all saying. Y'all saying the same thing with women out here that's really saying it. Y'all just putting an educational twist to it. You're not outright saying it. Like you got some people saying I'm a fighter, but you got people out there saying I fight for real. I show you. That's what y'all doing. And in this,
So saying that you want ambition. Ambition is what I'm attracted to. That's what I'm saying. You saying that's what I'm saying?
you say you want ambition, but you
Hmm.
say, oh, he can't work at no McDonald's. He can't
No,
work
I
his
said
way up.
I would prefer that he don't.
You
Is what
might
I
as well say
said.
you don't want them. Prefer what? Do see? I'm big on
Yeah,
words. When you use
because I
prefer,
would help. I would help. I'm sure it's more jobs out here. So and then what I said was I said if he has to do something in this moment, it's something he has to do, but I need him to be working towards something else, not get complacent and stuck
but you say,
where he's okay with staying there. Is what I'm
but you
saying.
say at your age, if that's
Mhm.
35 plus,
I'm
I
43.
honestly,
I'm
oh,
43.
hell no, he done. He by not a five be a not a five be suffice for a 43-year-old man and up.
Right.
He can, I mean, he can't do nothing else because he too, for one, the age caught up with him, and
Okay.
not attentive to the time,
Uh-huh.
the stuff that you got to put into it
Hmm.
is somewhat over in that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now
But
you agree with me?
no,
Are you saying you agree with
no.
me
I'm
or
not. I'm no. I'm not. No, I never agree with you. I'm saying
okay?
I'm talking about at the age 43 as a
Hmm.
man, a career is possible. I ain't say nothing impossible, but realistically, if he ain't been working on a career from 21 and up, going to school, finding something that he likes, finding his niche, finding that's what he's meant to do in
Uh-huh.
life as a
Uh-huh.
career.
Hmm.
At 43, you that's a struggle. It's not possible. I ain't say it's not possible, but it's a struggle.
Okay.
Instead
So
of
okay.
20,
So my
20,
question.
20
So
something and up.
okay. So let me ask you. So what was it that I said that you disagreed with? So I shouldn't look for ambition. I shouldn't expect him to have ambition and want more, or for him to be,
No, I
want
didn't
to
say no.
set goals.
That's great. You should look at ambition from any man, period. But to put us
Right.
to the side. But if he comes to you
Uh-huh.
as a solid man
Hmm.
with a solid job that he can take care of himself,
Hmm.
and that's still not good for you, see, because you supposed to
No,
be an add-on.
so maybe you didn't hear it when I first came on. First of all, I said that a job would not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Go
Blue.
Blue.
Hold on. Listen, a
Uh huh.
man, if he wants to be in a relationship, what he can do for himself doesn't matter. It's what he can do for his future family. So he can't just say the 50,000 is good enough. He must be able to provide a lifestyle for him, the woman, and even the child or children that he's saying that he's going to have under his covering. I'm not getting biblical. I'm saying generally. So if he
That's the problem.
what?
That's the problem
Why is it a problem?
right there. you taking. That's all. Never mind. Let me stay in line because that irks me a little bit. We take God out of things, things don't work out. But that's a whole different thing. Listen, I understand that. I'm telling you from a person that had a family,
Right.
that took
Mhm.
care of the family off a dead end job, where my wife didn't work at all due to health issues.
Mhm.
I took a regular 9 to 5. Like
Mhm.
you was looking my way and took
Are
care
you
of family,
are you
and
still there now?
had a child from
Are,
18 take care of him with child support. So it's
right, but
possible to do it.
are you still there now?
No, it's not. It's
Right.
not.
Where
It's
are
not.
you now? Are you doing better? Are you doing better now?
Yeah, I'm doing better. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
I mean, that's all I'm
but
saying.
don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
Nah,
I
that's a typical woman
said
thing.
do what you.
Don't
I said do
don't do
what you
that.
can. I said do what you can. I'm okay with us
Uh,
doing what we have to do right now in this moment,
mm,
but we should have goals and we should want better. Meaning we're gonna add to
oh,
it. So
well,
yes, I'm gonna take this job. Let me
you
finish. So yes, I'm gonna
uh,
take this job that I have to do right now to make sure that we eat, to make sure that we have a roof over our head, right? But I don't stop here. I'm still looking elsewhere. I'm still trying to find that job that I really desire, that I know that makes more money. That's all I'm saying.
okay. Do you
Yeah.
think? Let me, cause I got it's a two-way question,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna ask y'all. That's what I want to ask y'all to you and the other lady. This other second question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that 9 or 10 people don't know what job they really need in their life? People they want a job. It's the difference between want and need. Do you know what you need in life instead of what you want? We can get all what we want in life. We can get
Mhm.
we can get that job that we want, but it's suffice to is it a purpose in our life, that job? That's what I'm saying, the purpose of a job.
Mhm.
That's what people fail to realize. So I can't do nothing, but I can't do nothing. That's why I say stop. No, mind. I'm going left.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm I'm not.
a
Uh-huh.
purpose of a job
Mhm.
is where, or the job that you know that's for you, like the man or woman for you, it works right away. It could be some starting from the 9 to 5, and you can work your way up to being
Uh-huh.
head or be corporate.
Uh-huh.
But you gotta get that. You gotta find that job. You gotta find that job. You gotta know what you need from a job that can help you suffice in life. Now, y'all looking like, what you mean?
No,
No,
Your jobs I have.
not no. That don't mean what you mean.
I hear
That
what you're
meant
saying.
that's what I've been.
You
That's what I've been saying. Like
you
you
you you
start
you
here
you
and you
have you haven't
grow
said the purpose.
I just have one
and
Go ahead,
question.
you
Whenever we talk
grow.
Kyle.
about whenever we talk about ambition, I often hear
Uh-huh.
people say ambition is because the person wants he's always looking to have more, right? More
Hmm.
than what he has. Do people think that that type of person that only involves their job, or do they think it spills over into their personal relationships as well?
It's both. It's both.
I don't know if
That's what
people
they
I don't
miss.
know if people understand like the guys that are really go getters, they're always looking for the best.
That's funny.
Right. Right,
Most
but
of
my
them.
thing is, but like you said, Kyle, like you said, you have friends that have the job they're looking for. They don't want them. They don't want them. Them two women, they don't want them. Guys that making 5, 6 figures up, millionaires, they don't want women like y'all. They want to be
Well,
single. They have everything in their palm in their hand. They have women every day come to their beck and need because they got money. That's what y'all women fail to realize. The guy that you think, oh, he got a business, he got a 4K, 401K, he driving the Mercedes, he's in corporate, he got ambition. He don't want y'all because he have plethora of women at his needs.
Do you think maybe he wants us?
Period.
Maybe do you think it's not that he don't want
Period.
you? Maybe it's he
Hey, man,
doesn't want to settle down.
hold on. Stop
That
saying
too.
period like that. That's very concerning when a man says period like that. I don't
I
like
mean,
it.
Period.
I'm getting my sexuality, Blue.
Period.
That's your problem.
What
You can be homophobic all you
What
want
do
to.
you think
That's
about what he?
I'm
What do you
perfectly
think
my
about what he said, Blue? What do you think about what he said? What do you think about what he just said? That
I'm just
statement he
I'm
just
saying
said.
I'm saying like they don't understand.
I
Listen,
said Blue. I said Blue.
What happened?
I,
What happened?
why you do that? Why you do that? I
Because
saw
this
the finger. I saw the finger. I
like
know.
your rules, Kyle, on your live, your
Yeah.
rules, no B's, no H's, no blah blah blah.
Yeah.
My rule don't fucking come from me.
Yeah.
Real simple.
So I can't
No excuses.
make. Hey, that was dope. That was funny though. I knew it was coming. I saw your finger go up there. I was like, oh, I just shut my mouth. I sat tight. But what do you think about what? I know how he delivered it was a little off, but like what he said, that wasn't much different than what I had said earlier. What do you think about that?
I don't understand what. Okay, I don't agree with him. Unfortunately,
With who?
I still think that a man should protect and provide. I'm not saying it's biblical. I think that I work hard so I can provide a good life for myself and any women or children that fall under me. I'm not changing that.
No, I'm
I'm not
talking about the other part,
for part.
about the men that are of a certain age and that have it all figured out, have it all together financially, like
No,
that he was saying that they're not
I,
wanting to be tied down or anything
no,
like that.
I don't agree with that because that's more of a generality. There's some multimillionaires who are looking for one woman to spoil. They're not looking to be in the streets and trying to fuck everything that's walking. They're looking to find one woman to say, "Hey, look, this is mine," and she does and protects and provides for me in our home. And I have the same woman on my side when we go take pictures, when we go to corporate events. This is mine. There's guys who make money. That's what they want to do.
So help some of these ladies out. Hook them up with these men that you know that are like that. Lou. Help some of
I'm
these
not.
ladies out.
Well,
I don't personally millionaire, so I can't speak about it.
I hear you.
But
I don't know.
who asked for a
I don't
millionaire?
know. I don't know millionaires who want to
I'm
go.
talking about
I
that
know
out there in the
my
world.
head hurt. My head hurt. That was a bit much for me. I was trying, and
Hey, at
um,
least it makes me feel good because at least I know that you're like you're not gonna say I was the worst one. I feel better
I
now.
mean, no, you just started it.
What'd you say?
You just started it. That's all.
Oh, this ain't my life. You don't even know. This ain't my life. I
Oh,
was
you was gonna try and get rid of me?
no, I was
So
gonna
you
scare you
can't. So
down.
you can't handle the truth?
But let's get close to the topic as possible. You can't say. Let's just say there's 10 guys in this live. Each 10. Let's just say if we all made, we had $100 million in the bank and we made $10 million a year. We would all say we want something different. We're not all gonna say, look, I just want to be able to have a different one in my arm every night, or say I want to be married and faithful. Like everybody's gonna have their own thing. If you had $100 million in the bank and you made currently active $10 million a year, I don't care what you do. This is about money. And my point of bringing up this topic tonight was the differences in a corporate guy, a guy bring a woman up, a woman who is financially stable. She's not gonna go with the lower income guy. That's not feasible for her. And the outliers. I don't know how we got onto the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the Chick-fil-A. I ain't talking about not the managers. I'm talking about the workers. I'm talking about the guy at the tire shop at Walmart or your whatever your convenience store is, or those guys, or those guys who don't even work on a regular. Yes, sir. I saw Finger Up and then Lady Blue.
You got somebody else that's trying to come on. I can go ahead and leave.
no, stay real quick if that's okay with him.
Okay, I'm
I don't
here.
want. I don't want to be a panel full of men no more. It'd be nice
Okay.
to keep you here if that's
Okay.
okay. But it's Blue Live, you know. Of course, he's the boss.
There's somebody. Thank you, Blue. I was gonna bring up Dr. Fenton next.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he cool.
well, I
Hmm.
didn't piss somebody. We got 15 minutes left. I got 5 people that want to come up.
Who is that? Rippy.
Okay,
Rippy said so. An average man doesn't
I'm gonna
deserve
be.
love.
I'm gonna be
Everybody.
quick.
Everybody deserves love. Everybody.
No,
Okay.
you. So my answer
They
is
just
you're
they
average.
just asking what works for you.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Um, despite the fact that I have a lot of children, because I have a lot of children, I am very ambitious because I have a certain amount of income that I need to make in order to provide for all these children by myself. So I'm very resourceful. I have a housekeeping business that's very successful. I have a hospice facility that's extremely successful. And I work a job for 5.5 hours, 3 to 4 or 5 days out of the week, but basically 3 to 4 days out of the week. And I make good money there, right? Because I just over apply myself. Now, um, the the jobs that I have, whether I'm a CEO of them or I'm not, I'm a staff, those positions in the environment that I place myself in, I'm around a lot of millionaires. I'm around a lot of people who have 6 figures or 7 figures. And people who are successful, there's a different type of success. There's a different type of successful. And in those different types of successful, there's different ages. So someone younger who's successful, they desire something different than somebody who's older and successful. Um, and the reason why I say that is because you have men who feel like, okay, well, I make this amount of money. I only want to associate with this type of person. I'm okay with sleeping with people who may not make a lot of money. I might be okay with sleeping with people who are successful. I want to marry somebody or qualify somebody as my mate or my companion who I trust, to be to share a life with me. Those people, they normally do choose companions who are highly motivated, are very responsible, consistent in whatever it is that they do, whether they're be a waitress, whether they be an entrepreneur, whatever it is that they do, they just want it to make sense. Um, I think that's the same for women who make a lot of money. Um, we're talking about money. So when they say, I don't understand why people say what they do, we're specifically talking about people who do what they do. That's the subject. The subject is, will their job disqualify them? And that could be for a woman or a man. When you are very accomplished, when you overachieve, when you're highly ambitious, um, you are in a different category than somebody who may not be as ambitious as you, but they may be ambitious, but they're not as driven as you. Like the woman in the red said, she mentioned that, hey, you got to go with the times. If gas is like gasoline right here is $6.99 a gallon. That's how much it is for our gallon right now. Basic rent right here is $2,500 and up for a 2 bedroom. Okay, so the cost of living out here is extremely different than it is in other places. As though it is in East Coast, it's expensive. So you do need to be able to figure out how to live with life and adapt to life no matter what the economic circumstances is. And some people are complacent where they feel like, okay, well, my rent is $1,700 a month. I make this. It doesn't matter if they go up my rent 10 to 13%. I'm content with renting. I'm content with this. I'm content with that. I can live here in this 2 bedroom apartment that, doesn't look at the water or doesn't look at this, but I'm content with what I have, and I'm going to be here for 5 to 10 years, and I'm cool with that. There are some people who are complacent like that, and it doesn't make them a bad person. But there are some people who are very zealous in life, and when they have a companion that is not overzealous, sometimes it can cause a conflict of interest. And with those conflict of interest, it could be, okay, well, I want a bigger house. I want this. I want that. And somebody might say, like, no, I don't want that. Like, I'm cool with what I got. I'm not trying to trip on all of that. I just rather save my money and stack. I don't want to save my money and spend. That's something that you got to discuss before you get with somebody. Um, I feel like when you are a high achiever, when you make $100,000 a month, that's 8,000. That's about a little over $8,000 a month. There are people who make 50 and $60,000 a month. And when you make 50 and $60,000 a month, you have a lot of micromanaging that you have to deal with, especially if you have children or if you're a single mother or if you're a single father. If you have outside situations that you have to deal with in addition to whatever you have to micromanage for your businesses, that's no joke. So I just feel like when it comes to that, people do submerge themselves around the like-minded individuals, because when you don't submerge yourself or date somebody who's like-minded, despite the fact that they might have 5 children, despite the fact that they might have 4 children or one child or 2 children, despite whatever personal issues they have, if that person is a over accomplishing, executing type of individual who has high ambition, despite their personal circumstance, those people don't even fit for certain type of individuals.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, Kyle.
My bad. I was muted. I was just listening. No, I hear I hear what she's saying.
I don't think I'm
Somebody
eating.
else?
I don't think I'm eating.
Hmm? No,
What?
The
I, I,
comments.
I was muted. I'm not worried about the comments. I'm muted. Go ahead, Blue. I'm muted. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like what y'all saying. I'm not disagreeing with nothing that you're saying, but it seems like when I say something, it's, of course people don't, I never rub people right. But for me, like I make a certain amount of income and I'm a very busy person. Uh, Aside from having children, aside from being a single parent, aside from having to manage co-parent.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
What man would not qualify to date you? This is a hypothetical because I understand that you're not dating.
Mm-hmm.
So hypothetically, if you were on the open market to date a man, what man would not qualify to date you today?
Oh, a man that is not I don't know how to answer that.
Is there a certain job or profession that you would not tolerate? And or is there a certain, based on your income and the businesses that you own and run, is there certain income that he needs to have to match what you are making in order for him to be able to date you?
No, I'm not at all. I think for me, it would be a person who's understanding with time. I don't have that much time, and I don't have that a lot of energy. So somebody who would date somebody who's like me, as far as not the children, but just as far as like my businesses and my career, they would have to be understanding. And a lot of men say that they're understanding, and a lot of women say that they're understanding with successful individuals. But when they get around somebody who's successful or super busy, they tend to complain about a lot of things.
Yeah, but if he's going to be anywhere close to your income, he's going to be busy as well.
Yeah, if he's close to my income. But some people make a lot of income, make a lot of money. I've noticed, like in my tax bracket, there's a lot of people who make a lot of money, but they still have a lot of free time. They
Yeah,
make more money. They make more money without less tasks.
yeah, but that's a percent of a percent. That's not.
But that's a percent of a percent in my community and in my social group. That's not a one percenter.
No, I'm still no, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm a,
I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't understand.
a millionaire. The average millionaire works for his money. There's very few millionaires who generate $1 million worth of income in a 12-month cycle that has a lot of free time.
Not if they're retired. There's a lot of people who are retired who they made their millions. They have money. They made their income, and things just are rolling.
And their
Yes, they might have
money
to
is
keep.
working for them. Their money's working
Yeah,
for
but
them.
both of
Yeah,
y'all,
there are people like that, and
I'm
that's
not.
actually very common in retirement communities. They have more time on their hands, but their money is rolling in.
Okay. Again, I'm saying that is one
I know
percent of 1%.
I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying.
If you're not knocking, then why you have rebuttal saying that there's I know there's people that do this, but
Okay.
that's not that many. A percent of a percent is not that many. Out of 100 people, there's two or three. You're saying that they don't have to do anything. They did all their work and their money's just working for them.
I'm saying that in certain communities, in certain in certain lifestyles, there are people who there's multiple people. Like you say, 1%, right? 1% of what? 1% of the world. 1% of a state. 1% of what? Because if you're in a community where that 1% is the majority,
Hold on.
it feels
Hear
common.
my voice.
Hmm.
Listen. If I use a percentage of something, you can multiply the numbers and make it higher, and the percentage will still stand. So if I'm saying
Hmm.
2 people out of 100, I'm still sticking to that. That's 1%. I know some of it would go higher then it's more. I mean, it's still going. You're gonna add more people because you add more people. But I'm saying this for a millionaire to not work and earn their money still is more than exceptional. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I follow that. Okay.
But so these very rare and few people, very rare. Yeah, I mean,
hmm
saying that these few and far between people, are they dating or they already have a significant other and they're not on the market?
Um, I'm just saying that you guys were talking about maybe I'm not talking about anybody who's taken, but I was just coming up here and explaining that when you just answering your question, and your question was about people, will their job disqualify them? And how easy is it or how difficult is it to date somebody who is very accomplished, who is very busy, who makes a lot of money? What are the drawbacks to that? If somebody doesn't make a lot of money, are you okay with accepting the fact that you might make a lot of money and they don't? Or if they don't make a lot of money, are you comfortable with that? The lady at the bottom, the lady that's on the panel, she explained to her how she felt. She said that she felt like a man should adapt to the economy, meaning if he work at Walmart and he got a certain income and it doesn't cut for her, she feels like she's comfortable with dating a man that feels like, okay, let me get another job, let me hustle harder so that I can make things happen. And then kept him down here, he basically said, okay, but what if a guy is comfortable with making a certain amount? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of anything, he's just comfortable and he's complacent. And she said, well, that's cool, but that's just not for me. So I'm just explaining that the hardships to if you deal with somebody who is over accomplished or who makes a lot of money, a lot of times, whether they're a woman or a man, a lot of times it could be difficult for somebody who might not make that much money, who might not have that much time exerted into making a lot of money. It's hard for them to adapt. So do you want somebody who's successful, who makes a lot of money, who makes it happen? Because if you do want that, sometimes there's drawbacks, which could be time, could be energy. That's all I was just trying to, discuss and put my input on. My bad.
No, I mean, I get that. And it's the person's choice. I'm trying to say it's the person's choice. Like if
hmm
you're a high income earner, are you willing to deal with a low income earner? And then if you're a person who makes a lot of money and doesn't have free time, this person needs to have more free time so that they can be available when you're available, and vice versa. Um,
Yeah. I'm okay with dating somebody who doesn't make as much money as me because there was a time when I did not make any money or I did not make as much money. And what I make now is a blessing. But that's because of how hard I worked for that. And there's people who dated me who felt like at a point in life where they were like, nah, you're struggling or you're this or you're that. And now look, years later, I'm a testimony. So I'm very comfortable. Well, lower your voice. I'm very comfortable with dating somebody who might not make as much money as me because I remember there was a time where I didn't. And if I look at how I am today compared to what I was last year or years before, I would be like, man, I wish I would have waited for myself too if I was another man. So it just depends, you
you
know?
as a woman bring a man up to, and doesn't make as much money, you is very exceptional.
Uh,
You as a woman saying that you will deal with a man who does not make as much as you is very acceptable.
yeah, because sometimes people have potential
I
and
think it's I
sometimes
think
people,
it's very honest. I think it's very honest. You don't see
mhm,
that often. You don't see that often, Blue.
I'm saying
thank
that. I'm giving her credit.
you. Thank you. I don't trip on
Wordy.
that because for real, like I came from nothing and a
And
lot of people didn't see that in me.
the
So
average woman here.
yeah, I'm very, very humble because people's potential, sometimes they don't reach it until they get around somebody who can enhance it. So I'm here. Like if I meet somebody, and it's not that many men, like you said, a 1%er, right? So I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not that many men who match me income wise. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta get Bonita a baby gift. I ain't forgot that. You know what I'm saying? But I just be responsible. So it don't matter like if I have money saved. There's things that I gotta
That's
do,
not the
but
only
I ain't
baby.
forgot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so scared of being broke or being how I used to be and how scared my kids used to look up to me and say, "Are we okay?" To where I just be grinding super hard. You know what I'm saying? So because I'm new at having money, there's a lot of things that I'm backed up on. You understand what I'm saying? So life insurance, private schools, uh, medical insurance, um, sports activities, savings. There's so much that I'm backed up on that I'm trying to just make sure I maintain and sustain that to where there's so much on me by myself. So I understand men who are very successful, who are very over accomplished. I get it. It's no joke. So I completely understand if somebody doesn't make as much money as me, it's probably not that many people who will make as much money as me who aren't one percenters. So I accept that somebody works at a tire shop or they work at Walmart because I remember when I worked at
Uh,
Hilton as a housekeeper.
well, let me say this, and I got a
Okay,
couple more people.
okay,
No,
I'll calm down.
no.
Okay,
Don't go away yet.
okay.
You listen to me. If we check back whenever you start dating, if you find a poo putt motherfucker like that that's only working at a tire shop and you let him date you, I'm coming to beat your ass.
I'm just saying I'm not
I'm
judging because that tire man could
I'm
become great.
I don't
He could.
I don't
Okay,
just
I'm just saying I'm not
I
shallow,
don't
Blue.
care.
That's all I'm
And
saying.
what I say, I
Okay,
didn't say before. I said what I'm going to do. If you make the money that you told me that you make, and you relegate yourself to somebody who has ambition but is currently not doing shit, and he's your age, and you are complacent for that, that's not acceptable. I
I'm just
tell him.
saying I'm not shallow.
I'm not saying
I just
you're,
okay.
but
I'm just being honest and humble. That's all. I just want to maintain humility because I don't want God to take nothing from me because I'm being stuck up or turn my nose up at nothing because
Hey, Blue.
I would never throw stones at a glass
Hey, Blue.
house. Hmm?
Blue. But
yeah,
if he loves her, he trusts her, he treats her good, he validates her,
Yeah.
he strengthens her, he prays for her, he cooks for her, he does all of the necessary things. You would still not approve?
And
I
I would buy him a tire shop and say, "Here, this is yours. Do you want to go run it?" I'm a person that if I love you and I'm gonna help you because there's people who helped me. I didn't make it where I am today because I didn't get help. I I got people who really said, "You know what? I'm gonna believe in you." I'm only where I am today because of miracles from God. Like for real. I'm not here because I just worked hard. I'm here because I got favor in life.
okay.
I don't
Man, get out of
I don't make
my hold on.
I'm gonna
Pause.
be honest with you. I don't make just 100,000. I don't make just 150,000. It's well over that,
I know that.
and it just like that. So when if God places somebody in my life that might not make nothing but 65, 50,000, I'm not gonna turn my head away from him as long as he executes other things in life, like put God
Hold
first.
on a second. I'm sorry. I'm camming everybody down.
I
Hold on a
believe
second.
I believe in God.
No, he's talking about me. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I get irritated every now and then. I gotta do crazy shit.
Yo,
Listen, man. I don't know what you got going on, but I can't hear nothing but the fan.
watching the game. What's up?
Uh, you can just stop associating yourself with me if you're gonna say that I don't believe in God. So I'm not gonna block you, but just don't come around me no more.
Because I say you don't believe in
Correct.
God. This woman is telling you the honest truth, what's going on in her life, and you say no, that's not right. I said, who made you the standard saying that she came? If God puts somebody in her life, no matter how much money they make, and that's that man that man add to her. Who made you the standard? You have the gall to say you the standard. You got to be careful when you do that when people are testifying about their life, because as quick as you hear, as quick as you gone. And
I
this is me
understand.
speaking in my gift.
Nothing to do with the fact that you say that I don't believe in
You
God.
just
Me,
said it out of your mouth. Your
I
actions.
didn't.
While I'm watching your face and reading how you responded to. I'm watching you.
I'm listen. I'm cammed up on my show talking to one of my guests. What do you mean?
I'm. That don't mean you don't listen.
No,
All
no.
I'm saying.
But I'm
All I'm saying is be careful.
no. You
Because
don't
I'm a firm
have to be
believer.
careful.
I'm no.
You
Listen.
just
I'm be
leave me
careful.
alone.
What you mean? Just leave it alone. Don't worry, but don't get offended by it. I'm
If you
telling you because I care for you.
no, as a Christian, I'm offended because you said I don't believe in God. That's what this conversation
How
is
you?
about. You telling me that I don't believe in God. I'm saying just leave me alone. You don't. You can unfollow me. I'm not gonna block you. Don't come on my podcast no more. Don't say shit else to me.
You get mad because I'm
I,
responding to how you
what
acting.
I'm saying, you keep on saying other stuff. Just leave me alone. If you think that, you don't get to say that to me. Unless you're retracting it right now, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Leave me alone. Understand what I'm saying. You said I don't believe in God. That's my issue with you. Because you said that about me, leave me alone.
That makes me right the way you acting.
What?
The way you acted, it makes me right. Why you acting like that?
Because you said I don't believe in God? That doesn't make any sense.
Your actions speak louder than what you're saying. How you acting? If you believe in God, you want to get offended. You want to get some understanding
You
why
said
I say that.
if I'm supposed to be offended. You said something offensive.
But offensive is an option to take.
No, it's not. Now, when you meant to be offensive,
No, I didn't mean to be offensive. I'm just saying what I'm
no,
watching. I'm saying what I'm watching.
hold on. If you said that to an atheist or a devil worshiper and they said they didn't believe in God, they wouldn't take that offense.
That's different because they don't believe.
I just said that.
That's totally different. But you listen.
But
The
because
way
I believe, and then you said that about me, I am then offended.
so why are you acting where you
And
acting towards that lady what she's telling her
no.
story?
So
I'm watching your whole demeanor. And then you said this. You said if I catch you or I catch up with you or see you date somebody that's a tire shop man, I'm gonna kick your ass. Your act what you saying but listen, what you saying and doing is why I say that. And no way in the world if you believe her and understand her story and how she testified and saying, listen, no matter what I'm doing now, if I see a man that I think he's potentially could be the one for me, I might just degrade him because of what he makes. And you said you're gonna kick her ass, you gotta check yourself. Plain and simple.
okay, that's nice and fine, but that has nothing to do with you saying I don't believe in God.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, brother. That's what you was acting like.
Okay. So how
Plain
you
and simple.
want me to block you? I don't normally block people, but do you want me to block you, or are you just gonna disassociate? I just need to know.
You can block, but it's on
No,
you.
no, no.
You
I'm asking you.
why you asking me? I'm fine. I'm fine with what I said.
Okay. So going forward, no comments, no bullshit, no nothing. If you think that about me, I don't need to be around you at all.
That's fine. But you gotta be careful. You gotta be
And
careful
what
what you
is
say.
with you? I only have an issue with you saying that I don't believe in God. You telling me that I shouldn't tell her I'm gonna kick her ass? That was figurative. I'm not gonna hit a female, idiot. Come on, man.
No, it's not about what you said, how you said it, but what she said. You said it because of what she said. I ain't talking about the action you go hit
I'm
her.
telling
What you
I'm not going to put my hands on her. I don't know where she lives. I don't know anything past the name that she puts on IG. I'm just saying have a higher standard for yourself. And because I say have a higher standard for yourself, you say I don't believe in God. That is my personal issue with you. Do you?
and I ask you this: if God put a man in her life and he'll make half of her what she makes, then what? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Guess what? if she picks that man and he does whatever he does, guess what I'm gonna do? Damn, he loves you? Okay, great. I was playing with her. I talked to her enough on my podcast that I can do that. But that doesn't mean that you who don't come on my podcast on a regular basis can come tell me I don't believe in God.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here.
No. I need to understand. You keep talking in circles. I don't understand. Like,
I'm not talking in circles. I said what I said. I said a double-minded man is unstable in his ways.
Explain to me why you say that I don't believe in God.
That wouldn't have came out your mouth at all. That would have came out your mouth at all. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That would have came out your mouth at all. You wouldn't have thought about it. You would have played around about it at all. Period.
Listen, I get what you're saying. You're saying I shouldn't have said don't settle for that guy because of her income. That's what I was talking about. She's not even actually dating right now. She said, I'm off the market. I'm trying to get all these other things going. I'm not. That's why I even gave her hypotheticals of whenever she gets to that point that she wants to move forward. Okay? So then I gave a fake hypothetical. Hey, you find you a guy that only is the tire shop guy, not the manager, not the assistant manager. We spent over 2 hours talking about how women want men with ambition. So if she settled for a guy who does not have ambition, who's only the tire shop guy, then that would defeat the whole purpose of this podcast. And from that, you took that I don't believe in God. So you were looking to offend me. As a Christian, a Southern Baptist, I'm telling you this is offensive. So here's your chance to right that wrong from a person who's telling you he's a Christian and a Southern Baptist, and you still only want to say, I'm double-minded. I'm very clear. I articulate very well. And this is all you have to say?
That don't mean you're not double-minded. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer of myself.
Then
I'm studying as a believer.
Why are you relegating me to purgatory at best?
Because you said one thing and your actions doing another thing. That's what the double-minded coming from.
You realize why I'm frustrated, right?
Then you keep saying because I said you don't believe in God.
Right. So when you say something offensive to a person who's a believer, then what do you want them to do?
Check out what they said first. Check out
what you said. I explained in detail why I said
I'm talking about what you said. Check what you said first. I had a reason for saying it.
I just said that. I explained in detail. I went over all the comments I said. Why I
and you still said what you said out of your mouth. You're a believer, and you still had that word towards that woman out your mouth still.
What? Dude, what the fuck is your problem? Thank you. I can't do no but later. I've never, listen, I don't play about certain things, so if y'all don't like how I handle it, that's cool. I'm not asking anybody. Listen, I'll talk to myself until I'm blue in the face. Dr. Fenton cammed up. Holy moly.
Hey, I done forgot everything we talked about that last exchange. Sorry.
What's up, King?
I don't swipe.
Huh?
Wow.
Is God still up here?
No, he swiped out.
Dang. Yeah, I was saying God ain't pleased, man. How you gonna say it's funny, he says you don't worship God, but he claimed to worship God but call himself a pod God. Interesting.
I left that alone. But I will listen. For anybody who's listening can hear me, you two on the panel, I'm not gonna tolerate that. I'm sorry.
I think
and then his explanation wasn't good enough for me. I'm sorry. Like even if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna put that on them. Not so freely. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing because he said that I'm frustrated because you said that about me. That's showing you who I am. I would randomly, any Christian who believes in God, goes to church at least 3 times a year, you should not feel comfortable telling them they don't believe in God under no circumstances. Like that's not gonna work for me. And I gotta pray if I'm blocking because I can't do that. Anyway, did y'all have me on the topic of?
Well, I did, and I think I've forgotten what I was going to say. But oh, I know. I wanted to say something to Paul. You know, he was talking about women. First of all, I want us to stop being in the comments saying, "Oh, that's why all you women are single, all you men are single." You know, unless we're not telling, all of us are single, or maybe not single, maybe have somebody, but just stop that. You know, I want to stop putting people down because they're single. Because I mean, don't put anybody down because they're single, because you're probably single too. I want us to stop that. Talking about, oh, that's why you're single, you don't have a man, or that's why you're single, you don't have a woman. Well, you know, you're in the same boat. So let's stop that. Most of us are single, or we wouldn't be up here. With the exception of you know, a few of us.
This is someone's like oversized piece.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, but whatever you are. So I wanted to say yes. Their job will disqualify them from being with me, but it's not always about salary. It might be the kind of job that they do. It might just not fit in with my lifestyle. I can't tell you what that would be, but I can say that, you know, a job could disqualify them, but it wouldn't necessarily have to be about money, how much they make. And I wanted also to say that Pod God was saying something about men with money not wanting the women that were on here. I thought that was outrageous, because I want to hear from men with money. So I was on another. I'm just so frustrated about that whole exchange. I was on something else, and on Clubhouse, and they had vetted guys who made over $200,000 a year. They had to make $200,000. So I asked them, could I come up and speak with them? Because I wanted to hear what men who are considered high value men and high earners, I wanted to hear what they had to say about what they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to say this: most men with money want wives, not because they don't want to run around with a lot of women. You know why? Because they want legacy. They want to have children, and they want to have somebody to leave something to. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, oh, you know, they don't want you, and they don't want to get married. They can have their pick and choose of women. They can, but they ultimately want to settle down. If you look at most men who are in the 1% or high earners, most of them are married. And it's because now the younger ones who are just getting rich, like the new rappers and that kind of thing. But when you look at businessmen, when you look at men who made their money over time, most of them, even in our Black community, when you can find those billionaires and whatever, you don't find any of them that are single. Most of them are married because they want to have children. They want legacy. They want somebody to leave things to. They want somebody to carry on their brand. They want somebody to carry on their business. They're not just out. I mean, they may, if they get the money while they're young, but as they get older, you start to see them wanting to settle down. And that's what I find with most men who, you know, are well-to-do. They are actually looking for wives.
So
Can
it's
I ask, would you say that also these 250 plus, they don't want to just randomly date because it's expensive, they want to keep their money?
You know what? I found that when I talk to them, a lot of them, and I do know a couple of men who personally who are multimillionaires, and what they do is they don't show off with their money. Most men who really have money don't lead with it. And you should read a book called The Millionaire Next Door if you guys haven't ever read that. The average millionaire, their car that they drive in is a Ford. A lot of people who have money, they don't want it just known. It's the difference in being wealthy and famous. Uh-huh. There's a
down the road.
lot of
Sorry, man.
there's a difference between being wealthy and being rich and famous. And we look at a lot of wealthy people because we know they have fame, but there are a lot of wealthy people or rich people who are not famous, and they want to stay anonymous. They don't want people taking advantage of them. They don't want people knowing what they have. And it's called A Millionaire Next Door. You should definitely read that book. But I wanted to say that of the men that I know that have a lot of money, they're not flashy. They don't want women to know that they're millionaires because they don't want people trying to date them to take advantage of them. So they
What are you gonna say?
definitely, go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, you gonna say something,
No, I'm
Blue?
telling you, go ahead.
Okay, so it's not like you said about something about the woman on this panel and the other woman and a lot of guys telling them they're not gonna I guess that they may not qualify. The thing is, what kind of wives are these men looking for? and and that's what really counts, right? I mean, there are a lot of people with high, I call them high demand men. They got options. They want the best of the best, usually, or if a girl who was with them when they were building, you'll see them with an average chick. But that's what it is. And they will. I'm not going to say most exercise options 'cause I don't know. Of course, a lot do, but who knows if it's most or not. But that's the thing. It's who they want as it was. When you were in that meeting talking to those guys
Hmm.
of that stature, what did they describe they wanted in a woman and a wife?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I asked them exactly that. I said the problem I have, I said, is that I'm hearing from women and I'm hearing from men not in your, in the same category, and they're all telling everybody what the man wants, but I want to hear it from men. And the things that they told me, it was four of them, and one of them, like one of the big myths, is that they want women that don't have jobs and they want women that they can take care of. Not one of them said that they wanted somebody who did not have an education or did not have a job their own. One wanted a person that had money too,
Hold
so
on,
they could
hold on,
build
hold on, hold
together.
on, slow on. You said when you said you just confused. You said they don't want women with
They
jobs.
did. Every
They
last
they want a woman with
one
jobs.
wanted a woman with a job
Oh,
because they could
one
build
did.
together.
Okay,
Because he said that,
one.
even if he could take her out of the job, he wanted somebody that was earning money first. A lot of men are looking to take a woman out of a job, but they're not looking for someone who's looking to get money from them. So they'll marry somebody who's a lawyer or somebody who's whatever, and they'll take them out of their job. But they're not looking to go find the poor little girl who has nothing. That Cinderella story where you're sitting around in ashes and he
Uh-huh.
just comes and scoops you up. That's not what rich men were looking for. The second thing they were looking for were educated women. I know people say, oh, men don't care about your education. One guy said he wanted a woman that was educated because the circles that he goes in, she had to be able to speak and she had to be able to conduct herself in a manner
Right.
that was going to be appropriate for the doors and the rooms he was going to be in. So
So
go ahead.
let me piggyback because you put good details with each point. So I want to address each point. So the educated, yes, that most men want a woman who has education, but of course how she uses it. Unfortunately, what's going on in the market, there's a lot of educated women who are abusing the power over the knowledge they gain, and basically disqualifying themselves from these men because of the masculine traits they develop and the attitude they develop. But yes, those high demand men want educated women. Hell, most men want educated women. They just want them to not abuse it. But go ahead.
Okay, that goes along with what they were saying, is that they wanted someone who, was feminine, but they wanted all of those things. And then so they wanted educated women, they wanted women who had money, had their own, even if they took them out of the workplace. And so they weren't, and they didn't say anything about looks. They didn't say anything about the things that a lot of us talk about. Oh, you disqualify yourself. They wanted women who knew how to conduct themselves and were feminine and that could contribute to their life. And so a
Yes.
lot of times I hear a lot of men saying all this, and I said, you know what? You're not even a high value or a high earner
So,
yourself, and you're sitting here speaking for these men,
so
telling us women that we don't qualify when you don't even know what qualifies
well,
for a man like that because
so
you're not in that position yourself.
so here's the thing. Men network. Men, we don't network enough, but we know we know. Whether we qualify for it or not, we have a general consensus of knowing,
But it's
right?
not your
So
problem. It's not your place to
hold
point that
hold
out.
hold on, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Looks do matter to especially to high demand men. I network with them. I'm friends with them. I have their personal numbers, and it's not just my personal experience because if looks didn't matter, a lot of ladies would not be complaining about high value men not being able to get one. They want a woman who takes care of herself, which means she watches her weight. Being feminine, being all that stuff that comes with watching yourself and watching your look because you are the reflection to him. Looks do matter, and of course the inside matters more, but looks do matter.
Yeah, I didn't say that they did. I didn't say looks didn't matter. Looks matters to everybody. Everybody wants somebody who's attractive to them. But that was not one. Not one of them said looks. Not one of them said body type. Not one of them put that at the forefront. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm almost positive that they do. But one of the things about having a man with plenty of money, just like we can look at somebody like Will Smith or Eddie Murphy, money can give you the looks that you need and can maximize your looks. So once you have money, you can get the right trainers, you can get the right food, you can get a nutritionist, you can have plastic surgery if you need it. So it's
Mhm.
not like they can't see a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. What do you mean? Like you talking about the women having money getting the surgeries or the men?
I'm talking about if a man finds a woman that he loves and she's not the most beautiful woman in the world, and you have to face it too, men who are in those positions, they're getting just as much surgery as women nowadays. Men who have lots of money are getting Botox. They're doing all kinds of things. So I mean, maybe not black
Well,
men, but they are.
well, what like I try to do is stick to what we think the majority are doing because all that stuff be throwing me off. The the majority of those guys though, I don't think they're gonna. Well, it doesn't show that they're just looking for a woman they got to fix up. I mean, they want to take care of a woman, no doubt, a feminine woman, but woman they got to fix up. No, they're showing that they're either being with a woman who was there from the start or some of the baddest women on the planet because they've earned their worth and they want what they want. Now there are going to be exceptions where okay, he might go for that lady over there, or he might want to do for different reasons. But exceptions aren't the rule.
I never said. I'm telling you what these men say. I'm not
I'm
telling
I'm
you.
just telling you I'm telling you what I know
Okay.
and what these
All right.
men say,
All right.
and that we're talking about the general consensus. If we talk about exceptions, it kind of start throwing
Well,
people
I
off.
can only tell you what the men that I talk to. I can't tell you what other men want. I'm just telling you about the
Well,
men that I spoke to, and
well,
they did not say that. But I do agree with you. I know looks are important, but I mean, going to the gym. If you're going to the gym before they meet you, of course. But if you're not going to the gym, you can always get a gym membership. That's or have a home gym. These guys have enough money that some of them have their own home gym. So I mean, it's not like you can't do that.
yeah, but a lot of men, most men will argue that most men know a woman's discipline. Hold on, can you
Okay,
guys hear me?
Yeah.
that's all I have to say about it.
Um, I'd argue that most men, in fact, them would want one lady workout beforehand. Like I think because it shows their discipline level. They take care of themselves. They're gonna take care of themselves when they get pregnant and have his kid. So I just wanted to add that in there.
No, I mean, so I want both of y'all to realize she's talking about a more specific guy she actually talked to. You're
Yes.
talking about the majority. So
Hmm.
I want both of y'all to know neither one of y'all wrong in this case because she's talking about a sample size she spoke to very directly.
Right.
You're about a majority. So you're not wrong in your overall numbers, but she talked to a smaller sample size, a very particular 200,000 plus black men. That's like that's not something you can normally put together and say that you can speak to. Even that, I mean, that's a very rare sample size, and so I'm assuming 5 or 10. So that's 5 or 10 that are one percenters, and that's what she got the chance to
Actually,
talk to. So
they were
Right.
multiracial. They were actually multiracial, and they were multinational. They were actually
Right.
lived outside of the
So
United States, and they had various.
well,
Um, Actually, the way they got their wealth was different. So
I would
I spoke
well,
to people from
well,
London. I spoke to people from. I
I would
met a
think
gentleman from
that
London. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, why I said something was because you were saying that people speak in high value men and don't know what they want, which a lot of people do. And there's a lot of people who speak on them and they're correct, especially network with them. That's why I went objective. Um, I was gonna ask you were in a room with 250. You said you were like on a podcast or where were you at with all them
I was
talking?
actually on another. I was actually not on IG. I was on another social media
YouTube.
platform.
no, she was
No,
Playhouse.
Say what?
Playhouse.
I heard of that. I missed all the good days of Playhouse. I heard it'll be
that
lit.
was actually, yeah. So it was recently, and I just happened to stumble upon it, and I said, well, you know what, man, I raised my hand. I said, may I ask you all a question? Because everybody's always throwing things at women or at men about these high earners. And I said, but they're the people who we're talking about, they're not that. So I wanted to hear it from you. And I said, just tell me what you're looking for. And this is what they said. And this is what all of them said. Not one of them said anything about, I'm looking for a beautiful woman who's a size 4. They weren't that superficial. Not
Ooh.
one of them said that. They may be, that might attract them, but they wouldn't say it. Maybe
Well,
they thought it would come off as being shallow, but they
yeah,
wouldn't
more
say it.
than like, yeah, they want to come on. So now I was curious of how this podcast works. There's 200 people in like how does playoffs work? Like, is it like everybody on camera, like a Zoom, or is it just like how does it work?
They were vetted before like I
No,
said, I stumbled upon it. They were talking about men and women and the thing that,
no,
the wars between men and women.
no,
That's how I got on it.
no.
And they
Uh,
said the high.
um,
Go ahead.
I'm wondering how the group works. Like, is it like it's two? You said it was 200 men. Like, it was like a Zoom, or like how do you know it's two? Like, what kind of? It was like a group chat.
Yeah, it was kind of like, it kind of works that way. Everybody's name was up there, their
Which way?
picture, if they had one. And they were the host said, these are the high value men. They've been vetted.
Okay.
They make over 250. So it wasn't like people could come up there and say it. They were vetted. They knew who they were. And I just happened to stumble upon it when I was going through something. And they all followed me and they asked me to follow them. They wanted me to cam up and talk to them some more. So I might do that. But some of them were Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin, crypto, millionaires, billionaires, something. I don't know. Some of them were in crypto. Some of them they were in a lot of spaces, how they got their money.
I'm
And
I'm gonna be a hater. I'm gonna be a hater. How do we know they weren't lying? Now I'm playing with
I
you.
don't
I'm
know.
playing with you.
I
I'm
don't
playing
know.
with you.
But the person she runs she runs some kind of business, and she said that they have been vetted. I don't know. I mean, how do we know that people aren't lying when they come on IG?
People
How
lie
do
out
we
here
know
every
that you're
day.
not lying, or I'm not lying, or Blue's not lying? We don't know.
We don't. We don't know. I second line. I try time to time, at least once a day. It don't work out too good. I end up snitching on myself.
But you can see, I knew they were men. They were actual men talking or whatever. And I see no reason for them to lie about that,
Yeah.
because they were in a small group of people, maybe 30 of us. So
All right, well, that's going to do it for me tonight. I'll be back
thank you,
tomorrow.
Blue.
I appreciate both of y'all coming in after my debacle. Sorry about that. I just don't
All
talk.
right.
Hey,
I
Blue.
appreciate it.
Blue. God ain't pleased. All
It is
right. You have a good night, man.